strange scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Show's hosts Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie. On the virtual team. Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy comment, profanity-laced rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy Radio Zero?
Shut up! Get us back to the funny.
But first, let's play this. People understand we don't belong in radio, right, Ant?
Satellite radio douchebags? I take that as like a compliment.
Yes, we suck a dick.
Sorry to everybody out there.
This is fucking satellite fuck dick radio.
Holy shit.
What a great show.
We heard you!
I don't want to make everyone feel bad, but you know this is what old people sit around and do.
Kitty porn, semen squirting, and shooting up the job.
Oh, what the fuck?
This morning has been, I feel like I'm on Jerry Springer.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
The show is on the road, mister.
We're off and running. We're a little scared today because we got UFOs over New York City. They're hovering right now as we speak, Anthony.
Keep laughing.
I don't know what they want, but they're
Just
hovering.
Keep laughing. I read someone said they were Mylar balloons. Well, you take that tack. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling. Being an ex-governor and Navy SEAL, I know they're flying saucers sent by the government's space agency.
Did you get on top of a building to get a closer look?
Yes, I looked.
You did?
Actually, I get my team together. We're flying to New York.
Who's part of your team this time?
I don't know. A black chick and some fag.
Were you doing that all night?
All night.
Were ya?
I was going between him and Ira. I was having conversations with myself all alone in my living room.
Well, you should have Ira team up with Jesse. That would be a good
Jesse.
conspiracy team.
Get away, you Jew.
Yeah, we got some UFOs over New York City. People are losing their
UFOs.
minds. Did it make the paper?
Oh, yeah, it did.
Is it front page?
No. It's in there a few pages. It's one of those things that looks like they shoved in at the last minute.
Right.
It looks like those Mylar balloons that they let go of, during weddings and parties and shit like that.
Yeah.
Anniversaries,
And
what the fuck ever.
The light was hitting it just right or something?
When the sunlight hits a Mylar balloon, even if it's just the size of the ones you buy at the stationery store,
right,
you see those fucking things miles away.
So that's all it is?
Crazy. That's my guess. I'm not saying they're flying saucers. There were a few of them. And there were a couple that were bundled together. If you let go of a bunch of balloons, some of them stay together, some of them go apart. I saw balloons that were musical notes the other day. It was like, I just look up and these black musical notes were like floating in the sky. It's like,
nice.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Very nice.
I don't know what it was for or anything, but I was like, wow, that's a unique balloon. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And people let go of fucking balloons. Relax.
No, that looks
Nothing
like
happened.
That looks like UFOs. I believed you until I saw the pictures. That's UFOs, my friend. They're finally here.
There was one picture of it
yeah, they're here.
over Midtown. It didn't look like balloons. It looked like a craft.
No?
But again, it might have just been that one angle, that one
I think
photo.
it's one angle.
And then there was the spacemen. Should they have been on the balloons?
Have you ever seen the documentary Independence Day? Well, you laugh. That is actual fact. It happened. I was a former governor. I know.
What about the Navy SEAL
Shut
thing?
up, Jimmy. Thank you for your service.
What about the Navy SEAL thing?
I was a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, but this is in the air.
I was privy
This is
to
in
that.
the air.
I tried to swim up to them. It's very hard. Even though air is a fluid, it's hard to swim in it. He's an ass.
Wouldn't the Air Force check it out? And maybe they did. And
Yeah, unless they're in on it.
They probably,
Hello?
Jesse, they checked it out.
The Air Force checked it out. You're going to buy the government line on this one?
I sure
What's
am.
wrong with you?
I sure am.
Balloons? What's more plausible? That someone let go some Mylar balloons that flittered in the sun? Or we're being invaded by UFOs? What's more feasible to you? I know it is to me. I was on the inside. I was a fighter, a former governor, a Navy SEAL, and a balloon expert for about 3 months.
What do you mean a balloon expert?
I filled him with helium.
Yeah?
Yeah, wrestling was a little slow. Vince McMahon set me off for a while.
But I believe my newspapers. It says Manhattan spark UFO frenzy.
Exactly. You believe the newspapers?
Well,
come on now. Did you serve in the service?
No.
Then you don't know about the newspapers.
Yeah, I just confused you.
End of story. Just completely blew apart your argument, didn't I?
No, I blew apart yours. I agreed with you.
Well, you could say that, but I'm bigger and can beat you up, so I win.
You are a bully.
Thanks, tough guy.
You're a cyber bully.
Why don't you shut up, Jimmy? I don't want to get into it again with you. Make me look stupid again.
I agreed with you. I said Manhattan sparked UFO frenzy. I'm saying they are UFOs.
Well, they're balloons, dummy.
Oh, what?
You say they're UFOs, I say they're balloons.
So your whole thing is you don't want
say they're balloons, I say they're UFOs.
Oh, so your thing is you don't want to agree with anyone ever.
It's the only way my show continues. If I disagree with the logical or everyone else.
So as soon as you agree with somebody, then your show's over.
Off the air.
Got it.
Exactly. They are our flying cars.
So are they UFOs or not?
Exactly.
Are they?
Yes.
I say yes then.
No, balloons.
Then I say no.
UFOs. Who's on first?
Exactly.
Who was on second, though? It was a conspiracy by the little fat man with the dead kid in the pool.
Who's working with you these days? The Blue Meanie? Who do you got? Gold Dust?
Ivan
Putski? Who's out of work that you're
I actually
hiring?
like the Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior's on your team?
He's the only one that makes any sense.
Warrior says.
Warrior. And he's a UFO expert. Or a balloon expert, depending on how you're looking at this.
Maybe the Warrior let these balloons loose over Manhattan.
Former governor. And they won't let me in. I don't understand. I tried to get into the core of a nuclear power plant. They wouldn't let me. I'm a former governor.
Why won't they let you into these places?
Something about immense doses of radiation. I said, I can't lose any more hair.
They were just trying to protect you, sir.
No, if that's what you want to believe.
That's what they were doing.
Protect me from what?
Radiation.
No,
Yes.
there's no radiation. They're having secret meetings in there. Politicians. I was on the inside. I was a governor, a fighter. I was, what else was I?
A Navy SEAL.
A Navy SEAL, a balloon blower upper, and a nuclear engineer. But I always wanted to be a beat cop.
Really? Why?
Yes. Well, I was lost one day, and they gave me an ice cream cone and a hat turned sideways.
And you never forgot that?
It was a long time ago. I looked adorable. It was like our gang.
Sitting on a stoop somewhere all scared.
Who you calling a stoop? He's so fucked up.
Stupid Jesse.
I can't get enough of him. I haven't put the DVD away of his first show of this coming up season.
Yeah.
So it's sitting on my one of the tables in my living room.
Yeah.
And every time I pass by him, I just look right at the picture, and no one's in my house.
Yeah.
I'm a lunatic. I look right at it and go, mind control. Fucking crazy.
He's got you in your own house.
He's got me.
He's controlling your mind. Who nailed it yesterday? He's on Larry King. He's pretty much solved the JFK thing, but he decided not to tell the
He's
world
gonna wait.
on CNN. He's going to wait for his dumb show.
I mentioned that cleverly.
Jimmy, you mentioned
Yes.
it. A lot less people will watch it on True TV.
He's gonna wait. I mean, I'm gonna wait.
What a dummy, right?
I was on the Warren Commission. And a Navy SEAL and a balloon blower upper, and I wore feather boas. Which makes me an expert in the chicken industry or something. With my riff-raff hairdo. Riff-raff.
I watched that clip recently. Holy fuck.
Unbelievable.
It was
The way
hot under the
he's
collar.
looking and his head shaking.
Was he in here yesterday?
Yeah, he was in the building.
I did the Howard Stern show.
What, is Howard kissing his ass?
No.
How does Howard handle him?
Howard likes him.
I think he
Well,
just handles him like
We like him, but
handle him
we
like a goof.
He doesn't really go back and forth with him too much.
we
He
like
gets a little goofy with him more than serious.
yeah, because you can't be serious with the guy. You can't be taking his angle on this crap.
He kind of just lets Jesse talk.
He goes way too far with his
Yeah.
theories and conspiracies.
I don't have time to bleed.
Yeah, but as soon as I saw the UFOs over Manhattan, I'm like, oh boy, here comes Jesse. Here comes Jesse Ventura.
There were balloons. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, that's what I say. They were balloons.
We ought to look into these UFOs.
So you think they're UFOs? Then I think they're UFOs.
Balloons.
UFOs. We can get to 10 o'clock doing this.
That's the goal. It's a conspiracy from the show.
And in other news, the miners are out of the hole.
Yes.
Finally.
Thank God.
When did you give up on the rescue? No one.
After fucking guy number 3, I was like, all right.
I think I made it to about
done.
13 or 14 myself.
Wow, really?
Sure.
That was during the show yesterday, so we kind of had to.
Oh, no, I was done. I was done after that.
My interest, like, once the first 2 guys came up and the thing was working,
right.
It's like, all right. It's
this
works.
is just a matter of time now.
So watch that.
Who made it all the way to the end? What did they do for the last guy out? Anything?
Oh, it was great.
Remember we were talking yesterday that the last guy out's going to be the guy.
Yeah, they threw an M80 in the cage when he came. Waker-upper. It was the foreman. He was the guy that came up last.
Oh,
the guy that kind of got everybody together and rationed out everything. He was kind of the boss of the whole thing. He was the last guy up. But, again, not the most popular. I think people lost interest. I think that guy that was waving the flag around and fucking...
There's 3 guys.
Yeah, there's 3 stars in this whole thing.
So you got the flag guy.
Got flag guy.
Then you got the guy whose mistress
Elvis.
was waiting for him.
Oh, yeah.
Wife was at home. Mistress showed up at the hole when he got out.
By the way, mistress... Pig.
Yeah, what does the wife look like?
Oh, she's awful, too.
Oh, is she?
Oh, I understood why he was fucking the mistress.
Wow.
The mistress is hotter than the wife? Because the mistress is rough looking.
Yeah, the mistress is
Really
like
bad.
fucking Britney next to the wife.
Yeah, rough. And then, yes, you said it, the Elvis guy.
Elvis guy.
I don't know
now
about
got-
any of the other guys. Oh, and the old guy we knew for about a minute.
Yeah, he didn't really do much, though. He waved the flag a little. He's no one's going to remember him. There's like 3 guys. They invited the Elvis guy to Graceland. They wanted him to come up to Graceland and hang out because he's a big Elvis fan.
Problem is, he doesn't have any vacation time left.
Yeah.
I know. Get back to work.
Exactly.
But the thing is, it's like, we're like, wow, Chile, that's great. They took care of their guys. They brought them up. It's Chile. They're probably going to be, all right, back in the fucking mine.
Back to work on Monday. We'll give you the rest of the week off.
Pay for your tin shack.
But that's it. Just so we'll give you the next 2 days off so your eyes adjust.
Yeah.
And then back in.
It'd be great. They take the glasses off and they have pure white mole eyes.
Yeah.
that
Old
never
people.
go back.
You think any of these guys are going to want to just live the rest of their lives underground now? They got a taste and said, you know what? I can't take the world back.
Someone twittered that they have to all meet at some certain place and get back together again.
Oh, for
nice lost ending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought for some homosexual activities.
Homosexuals.
Yeah, we had some outrageous things to say about that yesterday.
Yeah. Did the sunglasses, did any
Oakleys.
news
Nice
touch on the
Oakleys.
sunglasses? They're Oakleys?
They look like Oakleys.
How about some
like
Ray-Bans for the poor motherfuckers?
They look like Jose Canseco type sunglasses.
Yeah,
for
they
everybody.
do. They do. They were all in great shape. They
Yeah.
fucking had,
They had plenty of room
food,
down there.
A lot of room for exercise and shit.
I heard there was an underground waterfall even, so they
Yeah.
could shower off a bit.
It looked like the fucking phase 2 of the Wrath of Khan, the Genesis device inside the planet. It's apparently where they were. Oh, Opie.
Star Trek stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
that's when you lose me.
When Starfleet tunneled out a little thing and then they set off the Genesis device inside the planet and it made like the whole oasis in there. Apparently that's what I'll just leave the Star Trek stuff alone.
Someone out there got it.
A lot of people got Khan!
Well, I know that.
Khan!
I know the con thing.
Khan! He was very angry.
Stryker's on the phone.
Chud reference. Shut up.
Yeah, Chud reference. Stryker's on the phone for Jesse Ventura. Stryker.
Hey, good morning, boys. Hey, Monday, Anthony, you brought up about the hidden compound.
Stryker, what's wrong with you? Anthony did not bring up anything on Monday's show. Jesse Ventura did.
I'm sorry. He mentioned Jesse Ventura bringing it up. I apologize.
All right, just go along with the bit, would you?
Yeah, Stryker, how
You
long have you
dummy.
been listening? What do you want to say to Jesse Ventura?
Yeah, Jesse...
Like, also, Stryker wants to do a real fucking news story on the underground city in Denver. Who gives a fuck?
We could care less. I know it's there. I've seen it with my own eyes. Not really. But I've heard from people that have seen it from other people's cousins' uncles. The same people... Hey, shut up! It's the same people that talked to the person that had their kidney removed in a hotel room and was left with a note in a tub full of ice. It happened. I know the person. I was at the wedding when they turned the plates over and had pictures of the best man having sex with the groom or bride.
Why is that a conspiracy, Jesse?
Well, you talk about it.
Why?
Because
why is that a conspiracy?
People did think it didn't happen.
That's just someone with a grudge.
People think it didn't happen, but we all know it did.
How can you prove it?
Do you think it happened?
How can you prove it?
Do you think it happened?
No.
Then it happened.
Well, maybe it did happen then.
Never happened. Got to keep my show on the air.
All right, Stryker, your phone call was a bust because you didn't want to go with the Jesse Ventura thing.
Stryker, I don't even know her. I'm funny, too.
He basically wanted to prove that there's no underground city in Denver. I think we all know that. I think it has something to do with the fucking Denver airport.
Yeah.
What is it? Is that the largest airport in the country now?
I don't know if it's the largest one.
It's up there, right?
It's new. Looks cool when you come in. Looks like little snow caps.
Now, John on Long Island, we don't have to go to his call. It says there was a guy who wrote a book that said yesterday would be a worldwide UFO sighting. Now,
oh God,
here's how this works. If there's a guy that wrote a book that says that, then fans of the fucking book are like, you know what? Today would be a great day to get some fake UFO shit up in the air.
It's not the other way around.
Right. Yeah,
Dummies.
exactly. What, John, who wrote this book?
He was actually an ex-NORAD commander.
Okay. And he said what? Yesterday, which was the 13th of October, would be a big UFO day?
Yes, yesterday would be a worldwide display of UFOs.
So and what happened to the rest of the world? Not enough balloons?
That I don't know. But I do know that where I was in Brooklyn, you could definitely see them, and they were UFOs.
Why did he say yesterday? Why did he name yesterday?
I'm not sure why he picked yesterday. Yes, apparently he had some kind of whatever contact he did in NORAD, and he came out and wrote a book about it.
So,
but you could tell that these things yesterday were definitely not balloons. They were moving around in linear patterns.
Linear patterns, like with air currents. So if there's 5 things together, they're going to move around in the same direction, aren't they?
Well, there were separate. There were 3 separate objects from where I was looking at.
Yeah,
changing colors from red to clear, then disappearing, moving around.
Right. As a balloon turns, it'll pick up and diffract light differently. Sure, okay.
Yeah, there was a good.
Okay, I love this.
Go ahead.
They were moving at rapid rates of speed, disappearing, reappearing.
Caught in the wind, reflecting the sky. Gotcha.
They definitely
being made into certain animals at a party.
by some drunk falling down on my floor at a party. Janine.
Was she drunk?
She makes balloon animals for
Janine is the
everybody?
Snooki of my house at parties.
Is she an alkie?
Oh, God, is she a waste? She's just falling down my stairs.
Oh, that's right.
Bumping into the columns.
Liquored up idiot.
Do we have like an official statement from the Air Force or anything about this UFO thing?
Yes and no.
We got Air Force people that are in the sky within seconds when shit is happening.
They checked with because the police started getting a lot of calls because everyone's nervous Nellies whenever anything's over fucking New York anymore.
Of course.
So they started getting calls. They checked with all the area airports.
Yeah.
They checked with the Air Force, any of the military, and said there was nothing. They checked the radar. They didn't see anything.
Yeah.
This was just something people saw floating in the air. A silver balloon will change color. It will look as if it disappears if it turns a certain way. And it will move in different directions. It'll make quick turns when it hits different air currents. If it's going straight up and then at, you say, 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet, there's an air current that's sweeping one way, all of a sudden that balloon's going to make a quick turn one way and you go, oh my God, it turned like no object I've ever seen.
Why can't you tell it's a balloon then?
Because it's so...
Just taking the other side here for a second.
Because it's very, it's glaring. You can't even focus on it well.
Anthony.
It's a glaring, sunlit, fucking silver thing. It's like looking at a mirror.
What time of the day did this all go down?
Was it weird for those UFOs to have big strings hanging off them? Those are docking strings.
I don't know.
Actually varying formations. You see them sometimes in triangles. They would disappear, reappear in different formations, disappear
Of course, different formations. They're balloons moving independently and then sometimes moving together.
I like to say willy-nilly.
Triangles in perfect triangular formation.
If there's 3 balloons in the air, it's going to be a triangle. Do you understand? 3 points make a triangle unless they're all lined up.
Yeah.
I didn't see any video that.
Triangles.
Sir, I didn't see any video. The only video I saw, they looked like balloons.
Let's get some video. It's all over YouTube.
I know.
Yeah. All right, John. So this guy wrote a book, and UFOs were in the sky yesterday. I would think that if there are fans of the book, then they would pick yesterday to throw some shit up.
What is that guy saying?
I kind of believe that there's some shit out there, but I don't think they were over Manhattan yesterday.
I think any of the shit you see is Earth-based shit that we came up with. A lot of UFO sightings happened over the Skunk Works when they were building the stealth planes and shit. And then you find out later on they were just fucking stealth planes. I saw nothing but these lights. Yeah, because the plane's fucking black. It flies at night. Look, it's like.
Yeah, well, the
guy's
video.
got his finger in the lens.
The guy doesn't even know.
People take the worst video.
You don't even know how to film a fucking UFO.
Shit. Gloria Rodriguez. Well, I saw it.
Oh wait, yeah.
Is the first thing I thought, because it was really far away.
Shouldn't she be waiting for someone at a mine?
And they were disappearing, and then you would see them again.
No,
and
sorry, that's
I don't care.
great.
I had no explanation for it.
My belief, I don't really believe that it was a UFO, but I could be wrong.
You see crazier things in New York, don't you?
No word on the little green men as of yet.
That's right. Well, officials say that they believe the object was some sort of a balloon, but as of yet, now they haven't confirmed exactly what it was just yet.
And hence, it's a UFO. Anyway, you may need more time for your next coffee break. Now, try to...
That's good. We could have had extraterrestrials,
right?
But coming up, what happens? Yeah,
let's do a coffee story.
We
might have been visited from another world yesterday.
And by the way, I hate when people use the term UFO as if it means flying saucer. They're like, I think it was a UFO. That's anything they don't know. It means unidentified flying object.
Officially, it was a UFO.
It was a UFO. No one
Officially.
identified it. It was flying, and it was indeed some type of object.
It's perfect.
It doesn't mean a flying saucer.
It's perfect for the news because they could say that.
Yeah.
A UFO over Manhattan yesterday.
UFO over New York City.
Was it a spaceship, though?
Yeah. Was it some kind of alien spacecraft? No.
There's been a lot of the ones in the military always. And any type of eyewitness that's an airline pilot.
Yeah.
Because those guys never want to be quoted like as to who they are. And anytime the military, when you hear about like from the 1960s, there was a military thing and they had to, like where it affected 10 nuclear missiles. It just shut them, they all started, were turned on, and they all got turned off. It was some weird thing I read about recently that was actually very believable.
I absolutely think all those things were the military working on some anti-Soviet shit, or the Soviets working on anti-American shit. I really do, because there was so much more of that activity during the height of the Cold War than any other time. And you could say because the aliens knew that we were ready to destroy ourselves. Man, shut up. We were both poking each other with fucking sticks.
When they were making the stealth bomber, they had to fly that shit around without telling too many people.
They
right?
did, and there was a fucking bunch of sightings.
And then if you're
a
dope on the ground, you see a stealth bomber go by in the 60s or whatever year it would be, you'd be out of your mind going, that's a UFO.
Still get
that's a fucking
people
spaceship.
Driving up to Groom Lake with binoculars going like, that's where they keep the aliens. That's where they keep them. And it's like, no, that's where they built the fucking stealth fighter and the bombers.
And they're not going to tell everybody. They're
not telling anybody.
No, I mean, they're not going to tell everyone in the military either.
There's an airstrip there, too. Oh, yeah? They fly people in every day. Yeah, it helps out with the 8-hour driving commute, dummy. They fly their employees in because it's in the middle of the desert. Stupid.
So they could experiment with this new aircraft.
Exactly.
There's the military things I believe, though. Like the military ones, they're not going to test military stuff on other military people.
Back then, I think they did a lot more things that were a little more shady than they do now. I think they tested on military equipment. There's documented the testing of LSD on soldiers. Of course, we remember the Tuskegee experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah, goddamn it. Give me syphilis.
These fucking guys don't know how to film shit.
I know.
There's a
The
UFO
video's
possibly
infuriating.
meeting a spacecraft in the sky, and this guy has his thumb over the camera.
The first thing he should
What
do
an idiot.
is take a kneeling position and rest the camera on his knee
Of course.
to stabilize it, and then zoom in and hold it steady.
And how about you start walking toward it?
He's an asshole.
Look, what is he filming now?
Oh, God.
This guy sucks.
He's a douchebag.
He's filming the sidewalk. Now he's sideways.
Oh, now it makes sense.
You
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
dope.
You know what's funny?
Of
He
course.
filmed himself.
Yeah.
Flying above us where? You lost it because you were too busy filming everything else.
Legs recording, and I'm out.
Yeah, you're out.
What a
Great.
dope.
You're an idiot. Give me another one. Did someone film this properly?
There has to be in New York a bunch of film of it.
Right? What is this one? Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I saw a bunch of dots.
And there's more of them coming from there. Look at that. Yeah, they're balloons, I think.
They're balloons, I think.
Well, we don't know because you're
from one
filming the
space
side
from
of a windowsill now, idiot. Get your camera outside.
Zoom in and stabilize.
How
West side.
I like the fact.
maddening is this?
I like the fact that we're mad that people don't know how to film extraterrestrials.
They don't know how to film. They don't know how to film anything.
I
Is the
don't know
problem?
anything. What is that?
What is he
looks
filming?
So many of them.
There's so many of them, and then I'll just shut my camera off because there's so many, and I'm very scared.
That's another video that was a bust. Give me another one.
Oh my God! I gotta call my mother.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here's another guy.
Hey, Area 51! Area 51, my David!
We have to get along the black and white.
Shut up!
That was terrible.
Horrible.
That's just a picture? And this guy has a picture of a white dot in the sky.
That's good.
All right, they were just dumb
There's 1,
balloons.
2, 3 dots.
Everyone has phone cameras now. No one got any video that's worth checking out.
No one got anything. It's New York City. It's more than just phone cameras. There are fucking
Cameras
crews
everywhere.
There are news crews out all the time.
Jesus Christ, enough with the UFOs.
No UFOs. Oh, no UFOs? All right, balloons. UFO.
Let me say hi to Paul in PA. He's got to tell us
Hey,
about
Paul.
a UFO sighting in Chile.
Hey there, Paul.
Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, guys, there were 33 of them, underground faggot oralists.
That was worth it. Thank you, sir.
Holy fucking God. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't go on after that.
Wow, that's
Underground faggot oralists.
Oh.
That made my neck hurt.
What is that UFO sighting?
There's a picture.
That's a plate. It's 2 plates
From
on
yesterday?
top of each other. No,
Of course not.
That's one of those 50s. And as I was in my backyard, I saw an object. So I grabbed my camera and my gunpowder so I could get a flash.
You know, Kyle in California's got a good point. Every other person in New York has a telescope to look at fucking naked chicks.
Yeah.
Did someone fucking decide to use the telescope for something else yesterday?
It's a much better story when
And
it's
take a
UFOs
closer
or
look?
flying saucers than balloons. That's what it is. That's it. It's
News will
fucking
be
balloons.
all about this one today, though. Ann.
Oh, I know
We're not going
that.
to be able to avoid this
The
one.
big stories today, all the Chileans are out. The fucking UFOs, and apparently Starbucks has decided the line moves much too quickly, and they have to slow every fucking thing down.
What are they doing?
What?
Oh, yeah.
That's what that story's about?
Yeah, next month, Starbucks is...
You got to wait forever for your coffee at this point.
Yeah, well, get this now. Starbucks is enacting this thing next month to make it a little more... I don't know, a little more like the old coffee shop it
Like
used
an
to be, like when it
experience?
started. So they're not going to foam up entire pitchers anymore to make multiple drinks. They're only allowed to make 2 drinks at a time.
You know how much business they're going to lose?
It's crazy.
You know how many
I don't
times I leave a
understand why.
Starbucks because the line's too long?
It'll be more efficient, they say. How is that more efficient?
I used to be a huge fan of Starbucks. I search out any other coffee shop in Manhattan now.
Yeah.
It's just not the same coffee. I'm drinking it this morning because there's not a lot of other coffee shops around, but
It's addicting. Why is it addicting? It really is not
it used
great.
to be addicting. We just got used to it.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
not as good as it used to be, man. When Starbucks first hit, it was amazing how good their coffee
They have to
was.
individually foam the milk now and shit.
What are they
instead of the
doing?
pitcher where then if they got 3 drinks
What
or
are they-
4 drinks in front of them, they could flop it all out.
What did they decide that they were too successful?
That's it. They're trying
Their
to fuck it up.
The coffee is overcooked. It's like almost on the burnt side now.
Yeah.
Maybe deal with that issue.
With I don't know. I'm trying to look into the rumor that they've merged with Sirius, and that's why they're doing this. See, I make a joke of it.
I was in a good mood, too. Why'd you have to bring up? Oh,
because that would be something
But
funny.
it'd be funny if we
would
were not allowed to have free Starbucks coffee. They sent us to the break room and charge us for it.
Someone asked me if I was going to go to the World Series this year, and I go, not after what happened to Anthony last year.
Oh, my God.
I'm not asking anyone for nothing around here.
Never paid a dime.
Well, good for you.
Oh,
you want to go to the World Series?
Do you?
I do. I want to go to the World Series. I want to go to the playoffs.
How much did the World Series cost you last year?
Well, they wanted me to pay for the tickets.
After you
like
asked for tickets.
A couple of $100 a pop for tickets.
And then they gave you a bill.
And then it was like I got an envelope a few months later, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" It's like, "Well, it's a invoice for the World Series tickets," and I'm like, "Don't I work here? Like, don't you run Major League Baseball? Isn't this kind of a
like a
perk? I'm not the fucking governor. I'm allowed to get. I'm not the governor. I'm allowed to get tickets." And,
maybe
and
you're
go
not.
To the game.
Maybe you're not anymore. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Remember when you used to work for a company and you got perks?
Oh, coke and fucking whores. The perks. I'm sorry. I thought you meant those perks.
I think they've taken the perks away from the employees.
Taken all the perks away. Every perk has to be accounted for.
I believe so.
Well, they handed me a bill, and I summarily filed it in the same place I filed my Windows Vista disc.
You didn't file that, dude. You threw it out and destroyed it.
I put it in my shredder.
Good for you, man. I thought you paid for it.
No.
Good for you.
No.
Oh, that's good. Now the bill will be forthcoming.
I know.
And kept it under your hat.
It'll end up in the same spot, right in my shredder. I won't pay it. What are they going to do? Sue me! Take me to court! Oh, yeah. And E-Rock's wedding invitation.
Right in the shredder.
Oh, it looked so cute, just going, man, coming out in 100 pieces.
You should have filmed it. I handed him the video.
Oh.
Poor sweetie.
That's terrible.
He just wants to live a happy
I just
after.
can't make it, E-Rock, and I don't leave, like, mail sitting around. I felt bad about it, but...
How does a shredder work? Can't you just fucking piece them together?
Oh, no, you need a double-cut shredder. One that goes through and shreds it into shreds, and then it also cross-cuts them and makes confetti out of it.
Yeah, but if you have all those paper, can't you put them together if it's real documents?
Look, if someone wants to go through all that shit...
God bless them.
Yeah, have fun.
Have you ever looked at what it looks like?
But they're all in a row.
Not really.
No, I
these
mix
new
the shit up before I throw it away. And then a lot of times during the winter, I just throw it in the fucking fireplace. Fuck you.
Oh, that's great kindling, right?
Oh, it's a great way to start a little fire.
Get back to the Starbucks thing. That's really what they're up to?
Intern's thank you letter. Whap!
Intern's thank you letter.
Oh, yeah, please. You remember his name?
Dustin.
No. Dustin. Oh, thanks. I had no idea.
Oh, I thought you were reaching for... Oof.
He might as well be called Dust in the Wind to me.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Or maybe Dust in a fan.
Huh? Which would be pretty windy, Chip.
Sure would be.
So that's the Starbucks story.
Yeah, they're slowing things down to make it seem more like that original Starbucks kind of experience that people had. Long lines.
How about you don't hire the first person that comes in for a job?
Hey, leave me alone. I'm a barista. Oh, Patty, whenever she was on Ron and Fez, and I'm listening to that fucking voice, and she's just talking about Starbucks and how she works, and I'm up to 5 hours of vacation time. I've been there for 4 years.
I know you don't like people, but doesn't that infuriate you on some level?
Infuriate me about Patty or about Starbucks?
That there's people out there taking advantage of people like Patty.
Like us?
I don't need... We
cheap
fucking
labor.
gave her a life. What are you talking about? She was a fucking nothing before she met us.
Better than having a Mexican there.
She had to go through some shit to fucking get that life.
Like crawling naked through mouse traps?
No, that's...
Well, she did have a Krusty the Clown hat on and a mask on.
She protected her dignity.
Yes, she did. My dignity and my hygiene.
But 5 hours of vacation from
5 hours vacation. She goes, sometimes I like to take an hour or two break, so I have that ability with my vacation time.
Jesus.
Oh, God. It's so angering. No, I don't care. Go ahead, Starbucks. Fucking hire retards.
Well, you're not a coffee guy, so...
No, I drink water. I drink fucking V8.
I look forward to other coffee shops popping up. It's time. Hey, our old pal. We got an update on one of our old pals. He's in deep shit. Might get fired. Might be fired.
Isn't that fun to do?
I'm trying.
Were you doing it like
oh, yeah, I
at
do it
home?
all the time.
Yeah.
Remember Lee?
No, I think I'm gonna watch Seinfeld. I don't know. Where's the guide? I'm gonna hit the remote so I could see the guide.
They're trying to drag Tiger Woods into a story today about Federer.
What?
I think Roger Federer. Is it Federer? His agent was doing some shady betting about a tennis match, but he also represents Tiger Woods. So now it's all about Tiger Woods
show
today.
Tiger.
So why don't they show Federer? Because
Yeah.
I thought it was. I think we'll get into the story later. I think it was a tennis thing. But remember Lee Abrams?
Okay, terrific.
He was the mad scientist at XM.
Yes, the wacky white-haired wizard that flew his own airplane.
Really knows fucking radio.
Yeah.
Really knows it.
Those old school radio.
Old school radio. I think we got some production pieces with Lee Abrams. Maybe we could play one of those, or one of the liners he did for us.
Yeah.
He would tell us about the old school radio, and
we would nap.
Yeah, well, he's a historian.
Yes.
He also has a plane, and he used to fly employees around just to have lunch in like Nantucket for the afternoon, and then fly back to Washington.
You know, there once was a man from Nantucket.
There sure was. What happened to him?
I don't know. I just heard there was a guy from there once.
So Lee Abrams moved on after the two companies merged here, Sirius and XM. He went on to...
Did he move on with a boot mark in his ass, or did he just move on? Because a lot of people just moved on.
Yeah, it was one of those fake move-ons.
Yeah. It was, it was... we both agreed it was time for me to go. They opened the door and kicked me in the ass, and I left.
Sirius decided after the merger that if you had creativity, you really needed to go find somewhere else to work. That's how I look at it. If you look at the people that have left, oh boy,
yeah,
creativity. What's that? We don't need that here.
Keep that away.
We need corporate guys.
More
and
ties.
Yeah, Lee Abrams was one of those I don't wear a tie guy.
No, hippie tie-dyed shirt guy.
So he left to pursue other things, as they like to say, and he went on to Tribune.
I like when people pursue unemployment line. That's great.
Yeah.
He went on to just pursue other ventures, standing on the unemployment line.
And you, as an employee that still gets to work, you feel good about the guy. Like, oh, that's nice.
Good. He's moving on.
And then
He's
you
got
go
something.
And then you take a lunch break and you see that guy that was moving on to other opportunities.
What are you doing, dude? Fuck, man. I'm trying to get an extension.
Right.
They're going to cut my benefits. I'm fucked. I'm going to lose my house. Is this what you were moving on to?
Yeah, exactly.
The company memo said they're happy that you're moving on.
He's playing spackle buckets.
They
in
wished
Times
you,
Square.
They wished you the best of luck.
What? This is what you moved on to?
Yes, I'm moving on. I'm just moving on to other ventures.
Singing badly in a subway somewhere with a fucking
$5. Put it in the hole in the wall
with a fucking hat in front of them. These were your new opportunities, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all bullshit. We all know that. So Lee Abrams moved on to Tribune with Randy Michaels, who's a lunatic
he's
in his
crazy
own right. And Randy Michaels is basically hinting that Mr. Abrams is going to be fired for sending out an email. And we know Lee Abrams.
Yeah.
But the world has caught up with Lee Abrams. It's kind of like that Shawshank Redemption thing.
Yep.
Lee Abrams has lived his life the way he wants to live it, and finally the corporate world has caught up with Mr. Abrams.
It's time to just carve boring guy was here and hang himself.
So good old Lee, who I love. I love this fucking guy. I really do. He's a talent. Lee Abrams, Tribune's Chief Innovation Officer, has been placed on indefinite suspension without pay pending review of a company-wide memo he sent to staff Monday.
Wouldn't you want
that spurred a rash of employee complaints?
Yeah, wouldn't you want the innovation guy to be the kind of weird, a little out of the box kind of? That's the innovation guy you would want.
Right.
He sent a video that was very funny. It came from The Onion.
Yeah, before you say what the video is.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even be able to send this around on here anymore.
Oh my God, you'd be fired immediately.
And Tribune's it's a bit more highbrow than this place. But he was thinking, look, man, we're all working together. I found something funny.
Let me give everyone a little laugh.
This is my world. It's
Yeah.
Who complained?
A lot. A
What
rash
fucking
of
asshole
employee
employees.
complaints.
A rash of complaints.
And then,
pussies.
of course, Lee Abrams
Thanks.
immediately, because he wants to keep his gig, threw out an apology.
Oh, Lee,
The
you
fake
didn't.
apology. To everyone who was offended by the email that included a link to a video labeled sluts.
He thought it was a good idea to send a video to everyone labeled sluts.
That included female nudity. He lost his fucking mind.
It really.
You know what?
Yeah.
He should be fired. What am I saying?
It was hysterical.
He's a rock star, man. This guy's a
really is.
rebel. The incident followed by less than a week, a New York Times front page story that characterized Tribune Company management as fostering a sexist frat house atmosphere.
Okay, so
there
this
was a
is a
big article in the
double whammy.
Times, and then he sends this out after that.
He got the double whammy.
Lee recognized that the video was in extremely bad taste and that it offended employees, Randy Michaels said in the memo announcing the suspension. We know Randy Michaels a little bit. He loved the fucking video that
Of course
Lee
he
Abrams
did.
sent out. He can't say that to the world.
Go fuck complainers about the fucking material going around. If someone wants to send something in an email and you say it, there would be shit that I would be maybe offended politically or something. I wouldn't complain. I'd just be like, oh, fuck it, fuck this.
You wouldn't run to human resources.
No.
Why is it? It doesn't just happen here or at Tribune. It happens at pretty much everywhere. It's the minority of people that aren't enjoying this stuff.
You used
that
to
makes
be
it,
able to
That
do
makes
things.
it bad for everybody else. Why
used
can't
to
you go
be
with the
able to.
majority? Why can't you get everyone in a conference room and go, okay, who's offended by the slut video? And if more people raise their hands than don't, then there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Why
Yeah.
not? It's America.
Then if not,
Why does everyone
fine.
else, why does everyone have to suffer because there's a few people at your workplace that don't want to see a calendar with bikini girls, let's say?
Used to be able to have that in your cubicle. You know something? That you could probably find it, although I don't know if Sam can. I'm sure
can.
Danny would have
No,
been able
yeah,
to.
Danny definitely would have.
A cubicle from the 60s or even early 70s.
70s, early 80s.
Yeah. And a cubicle from now and what you used to be able to get away with.
All right. But it's not even just
not just cubicles in a garage.
We don't even talk nudity anymore, but you obviously can't have a picture of a girl in a bikini in your cubicle anymore. But they're also
political stuff.
They're also taking the political stuff down,
Flags.
the cartoons that might be a little
Yep.
edgy, the comic strips, which we hate obviously in the show. But
Yeah,
some
but-
people see a comic strip they can relate to and they put it up in their cubicle. You can't do that anymore.
Some people used to enjoy them.
You probably can't even put a family picture in there because not everyone has families at the workplace.
You know what? It offends the people that don't have families. It offends barren women. It offends women who like to drink and don't want to fucking bring a freak into the world.
So, as Sam finds out, Lee recognized that the video was in extremely bad taste and that it offended employees, Randy Michaels said. But this is the kind of serious mistake that can't be tolerated. We intend to address it promptly and forcefully.
Ugh. Wow.
That means Lee Abrams will be fired over this.
Who actually released that statement?
Randy Michaels,
Randy Michaels. Head buckety muck.
Anthony and I know a little bit, and this guy likes this type of stuff.
He loves it.
He worked for Clear Channel.
He wanted to hire us
in the heyday.
so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Fucking assholes.
And he knew exactly what we were all about.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Cock sucking.
Exactly.
He was a lunatic. As I said last week, a creative culture must be built on a foundation of respect.
No, it isn't based on respect.
Wow, Randy Michaels said that?
Creative culture is based on anarchy. No respect. No fucking thinking of anyone's feelings, who you're going to hurt. Whether you use it or not is a different story.
Wow.
But the creativity itself is based on thinking of anything.
We're fucked because
We're
Randy
so
Michaels is one of those rebels.
He slept
And he's
next to the
saying
bean
that?
pod. He
And
slept
he's
next to the
saying that?
PC bean pod. It's all over.
There's a few people around here I would expect them to say something like that,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
like a Randy Michaels who's been an edgy fucking management guy forever.
He's dead to me.
Do you think he made the statement, or do you think it was just a lawyer?
A lawyer.
As I said last week, a creative culture must be built on a foundation of respect.
Really?
No.
Really? Foundation of respect?
No.
That's not creativity.
Wow. Wow, that is a fucked up statement.
Look at like most of the great songs are very creative and they offend someone.
Of course.
You know, I mean,
creativity is based in mutual respect. Like Piss Christ.
No.
Yeah.
Like fucking Carlin's 7 Dirty Words.
Yeah, exactly. Like pretty much any good stand-up act is creative and based not on respect.
No respect whatsoever.
That's for sure.
Creativity is based in what you think and feel and you expressing that. And you're not supposed to have, I guess you have to have a certain amount of regard. Like, you have to be aware that other people are going to be affected by it.
Oh, absolutely.
But it is not based in mutual respect.
No, that's a dumb fucking statement.
Ever.
Wow. We're gonna play the piece that is pretty much getting Lee Abrams, our friend, fired. Randy Michaels said that referring to an October 5th note sent to employees ahead of the New York Times piece. So Randy Michaels believed in old school creativity, absolutely.
Before the scandal.
And then he realized, holy shit, this New York Times article is coming out. I got to change gears immediately. And then on top of that, soon after that, then Lee Abrams sent this out.
He got retroactively fucked.
Yeah, no kidding. Our culture's not about being offensive, or hurtful. That's not Randy Michaels.
Wow, that's a lawyer.
This is a guy trying to save his job, too.
Randy Michaels is tied up in a closet somewhere and a lawyer wrote
Has to be.
But by the way,
I always respected Randy Michaels because he was taking chances all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Offensive is a changing thing. It's like, it's completely subjective.
Of course.
A lot of people think interracial relationships or gay like Anthony.
There's a commercial out now for a fucking not Rock Band. What's the Rock Band one for the fucking?
Oh, the DJ
Hero.
Yeah, DJ Hero. There's a commercial out for that I have just giant problems with. But
we'll talk about that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, we won't. But
we can.
If you've seen it, you know what it is.
We could talk about it.
Very
Why
upset
not?
about that one.
But we're still able to talk about shit,
right?
What's offensive
We just can't
changes
do
though.
shit.
You can't base your creativity on what's offensive.
Of course
That's
not.
silly.
This is, and to hear from Randy Michaels, I gotta stress this, is really bothersome because he was one of those guys in the forefront of like, fuck what's going on in the corporate world, fuck what's going on in radio. You know, we got to fight for this shit. And he has now given up the battle.
Yeah.
This is bad news, man. Our culture is not about being offensive or hurtful. We encourage employees. You don't encourage employees ever.
What are they encouraging them to do that they're not encouraging them to do?
We encourage employees to speak up when they see or hear something that they find offensive, as a number of employees did with regard to this particular email. I can assure you, you will be heard.
Of course.
This guy has a gun to his head.
Human resources is just human
Ruining
resources
everything.
and creativity
Ruining
and funny
everything.
never go together.
No.
By the way, if I ever have to meet with human resources, that's the day I walk out. I'm not gonna fucking placate to those people ever.
It's every
I will
fucking
never take a meeting with them. I'd rather walk.
It's every kid that sat in the front of the bus and got made fun of, getting their fucking revenge in adulthood. That's all. It's these unfun people.
Wow.
Yep.
None of them. I've never met anybody who subscribes to that thinking who had an ounce of fucking funny in them.
Yeah, you're
who had a
absolutely
funny
right.
or creative or interesting thing to say.
You're absolutely
They're just
right.
robotic pussies.
Let me see what else we got in this article. All right, Zell's management team.
Zell! The White Angel gets there and gets 10% or he doesn't perform. The White Angel gets a suite. The White Angel gets points on the back end. Zell's agent.
Zell has an agent.
He sure does. The White Angel will eat as many diamonds as he wants with a 10-minute break in between.
Sam Zell is a billionaire.
Is he?
But Tribune is in bankruptcy, I guess.
Wow.
Zell gets a new coffee cup to put his diamonds in. Zell's agent doesn't take any shit.
No.
Michael's a former radio executive, and Abrams, a longtime radio industry consultant, joined the company in March 2008. Abrams, in his Tuesday apology, I got the whole apology. You want to hear it?
A hole did it?
Got the whole apology.
Oh.
This is what Lee said. Should we play the piece first now?
Yeah, we should probably play the piece before the apology.
All right.
Let's go chronological.
This is our old pal Lee Abrams. So this is what he sent to pretty much the entire company.
Yeah, This is from The Onion.
Yeah.
And it's a fake news thing that they do. They have a video newscast that The Onion does. It looks
pretty real,
impeccably like the news.
Yeah.
Very dry reporters and everything.
And I think this plays well on radio.
Yeah, they're reporting on a little
picture,
VH1 accident.
Obviously, scantily clad women. Picture like Rock of Love.
Oh yeah. It's every whore you've seen on every reality show,
right?
Making out, doing horrible things to each other,
right.
And it's done in a camera style. If a news crew was on location of an accident,
Flavor Flav,
yeah,
with all those whores. This is hilarious that he sent this to everybody. God bless him. Maybe he just wanted to retire.
That might be true.
Great way to go
fly
out.
off somewhere.
All right, hit it.
If you're just joining us, we are covering a developing story. We go back now to Southern California, where a VH1 bus crashed just a short while ago, spilling more than 2,000 pounds of slut onto Interstate 5 near Palmdale. The bus was transporting contestants for the new VH1 reality series, The Road to Knoxville, in which 18 scantily clad young women vie for the heart of divorced stuntman Johnny Knoxville. Officials there are struggling to control the spread of slut, which has already polluted the roadway and is spreading now down a hillside into residential areas. Let's go live to Onion News Network's Brian Scott, who's live on the scene. Brian, what's exactly going on out there?
Well, it's just horrible, Anna. The highway here was not pristine to begin with, but now it's covered in all of this orange-skinned slut. I've only been here an hour. I've already seen 4 three-way kisses and 6 tattoos with misspellings. And downwind, the stench of perfume and tequila mixed together is pretty difficult to stomach.
Well, it sounds like quite a scene. Brian, I understand that the sluts had been loaded onto the bus in Huntington Beach early this morning. Is that right?
But that's where it began. Yes, the sluts were being transported from a negligee-wearing rock climbing contest there to a girl-on-girl paintball match when the crash occurred. There's been speculation, in fact, the accident was actually caused by some slut leaking into the front cab on the vehicle and getting on the driver.
I see.
Now, the local fire department is just not equipped to handle something this toxic. The problem is that we're very close to the San Gabriel River, and officials are concerned that the sluts might go skinny dipping in it or think it's a hot tub and make out in it.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
But we should say, too, that the crews, they're doing their best. They're just trying to keep these sluts contained with impromptu strip-offs and shooter contests in the ditch behind me.
Now, we've just gotten word that VH1 has issued a statement. It's on their website. It says they are fully committed to the safe handling of sluts.
Yes, but the EPA has urged VH1 to use perhaps a more diluted form of slut than this highly concentrated slut they use now.
Yeah, all sounds like good stuff, but I don't think VH1's going to ever go for that. Brian, stay safe out there and don't fuck any of those sluts.
All right, thanks, Anna.
Moving on, a new Apple laptop will become preloaded with a half-written coming-of-age novel.
Pretty funny.
So Lee Abrams thought he found something funny, and being a creative guy, said, "I gotta share this."
Yeah. Why would you send that out though in a corporation where there's fucking broads?
I know.
I guarantee you, it was It was not some straight guy who complained about that. It was a fucking broad. And she probably complained anonymously. None of them just come out and go, look, I don't like that. They all just cower and fucking send email to the boss. I didn't really care for that. They never want to confront the person and go, that was rude.
And then this thing. Do you think it's a good idea to have somebody working here that would think this is appropriate? Like putting a question to the boss.
Is it appropriate?
Is that appropriate? Do you think? And then the boss has to write back, well, we're so sorry.
Yeah, but what's mind-boggling, then the boss takes that one person way more seriously than
everyone else that just watched
didn't give
it,
a shit about it.
Or just deleted it. Or just
moved on with their day without even thinking twice about it.
Put it in their spam folder immediately.
Why are we catering to the minority? In the workplace, why are we catering to the minority everywhere?
I'll tell you why. Lawsuits. It's all that's what they're all afraid of being sued for a sexually aggressive work environment or a harassing work environment. It's all these fucking twat lawyers.
What happened. Then have your employees sign something. Then you might see some shit while you're working at this company.
You can't sign away your civil rights.
Can't sign away your rights.
And that's why when they first started bringing bitches into the workplace, fucking bitches into the workplace that couldn't fucking hack the male social club that was going on back in the days of like fucking Bewitched when you know, hey, make me a double, bitch. The boss is coming over. Larry Tate's coming over. Make us drinks.
Right.
Like, they couldn't handle that type of workplace. They had to change everything. No more jokes, no more bullshit. If you want to enter the man's workplace, then you enter the man's workplace. That's what happened.
I feel
sorry.
I feel bad for people because we're still relatively safe here, but man, the workplace has become just a bore to be at.
I don't know how you got to walk on eggshells.
I don't know how people are doing
shells.
it. I don't know how they're doing it. So Lee sends that out. Pretty funny piece. I mean, there was one shot of a woman completely topless for maybe 2 seconds, and the rest were just scantily clad, and the word slut was used a lot, obviously. So Lee sent this out to everybody. A Tribune all. Tribune all from Lee Abrams. Subject, my apologies in capital letters.
The janitor got this.
Yeah.
Shit.
By the way, he doesn't believe what he wrote here. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sure.
We've been in this situation where we've read fake apologies.
Yeah.
That someone else wrote for us.
Of course.
I would like to take this opportunity to personally apologize to everyone who was offended by one of the videos in yesterday's think piece. So that's what he was doing at XM too. He would send stuff out just to get your creative juices going. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't know. I just put them right in my spam folder.
I never read an email from that blithering idiot.
You had some good stuff, man.
I wouldn't know.
You had some good stuff.
L. Abrams, assume spam.
He was in with the Viagra fucking things, and
he sure was, and the Russian letters and the fucking S.
Nigerian fucking $10 million offers.
Yeah.
and Lee.
Walter knew a guy that got fired for brushing into a girl's ass by accident.
With his cock, though.
Yeah, his cock was
hard
out.
Yeah,
and there was
leaking.
There was cum involved. So yeah, video in yesterday's think piece. So he's still doing that creative meeting stuff and sending out stuff to get people thinking, and he got fucked. I think that was his whole job over there too. What was his title? Did
Innovative fucking motherfucker.
Innovation officer.
Yeah.
So that's a scary title to have.
Is that?
It stinks.
It's a scary title to have because you're going to be shoving some stuff out there. That
sounds like something Hitler makes you.
Yes.
You as the innovation officer, and then you got to figure out how to kill more, them.
It was poor judgment on my part, and I'm sorry. At the initial creative meeting for our new morning program, we showed 13 videos, some of which we liked and some of which we didn't like, to help demonstrate the concept for the program. I don't know what program.
Wait, am I wrong? What is the Tribune? It's a newspaper?
It's it's more than that now, right?
It's like they have newspapers and radios. Do they have radio stations?
I don't know. I know they've expanded.
Our new morning show. What's that mean?
I don't know. Maybe we should find out because the Tribune is obviously a big newspaper, but I think this is all encompassing now. They're doing a lot more than just newspapers.
You think he worked for maybe he was doing something with the radio division and sent this out to everybody?
If they have that, I don't even know, Jimmy.
I'm scared. I don't like not knowing.
New morning show. What is that? Is it an internet
They own
morning show they're doing?
WGN.
Okay.
They used to own the Cubs. They own the
What's the new morning show?
Tribune.
Someone in Chicago is going to help us out. What's the new morning show that he's talking about? Concept to help demonstrate the concept for the program. We used old Coronet films as well as some motivational and social media videos. Included were a few videos from The Onion, which uses satire to call out the silliness of some TV shows.
Yeah.
The video in bad taste was a parody of a cable-type reality show. It is not something that we would ever air on our TV stations. Okay, so
you gotta tell people that?
Yeah, isn't this disgusting? In fact, quite the opposite. We show this as an example of what not to do. Well, now he's trying to save his ass.
Yeah,
I don't blame him. That's sweetie.
But still, I understand that it was very inappropriate to distribute a link to the video to a wider audience. Jesus. Oh, poor Lee. And I've asked our technology department to delete the email from our servers. Again, I'm sorry for offending anyone, and I promise to make sure that my future emails contain nothing like this video ever again.
Oh, don't worry, they won't.
Signed, Lee. And that should be good enough,
That should be enough. He's saying he's sorry.
But another guy will lose his job. Another creative, smart guy will lose his job over this. There's no way they allow this to just be the end of it. Unfortunately.
Uncreative douchebags all over the place.
Let's see what fucking woman or soft male who wants his job.
Yeah.
So, I just don't think that's appropriate. I mean, I just don't think that that's in the workplace.
Oh, now I have to address this. Shut up.
All right,
Workplace.
Mechanics can't put pictures of fucking a Playboy, like a centerfold or something in their toolbox anymore.
You know what it is now?
Some dumb bitch will come up to get a car fixed and see a fucking nude body that looks 8 billion times better than her fat fucking ass, so she's got to complain.
You know what?
Fuck you.
You know what they're distributing now?
What?
Hot girls, but they're properly dressed.
Oh, is that what it is?
A few people online saying
That's
that.
what you want to see, too. Yeah, it's cool.
Properly dressed instead of the bikini, pictures.
Yeah, hot girl in a fucking business suit to remind you of the lawyer that you hate. That's good.
Chicago Tribune editor Gerald Kern said in a Tuesday interview that he thought it was offensive and completely inappropriate to be sent out in a workplace setting to everyone in this company.
Workplace.
I hate the workplace.
Monday's company-wide note was the latest delivery of Abrams' weekly impressionistic, I don't know this word, Pastiche, pastiche? Pastiche. I don't know that word.
Oh, column?
Of ideas. Very good. Observations and links to outside sources from Abrams aimed at encouraging employees to rethink media and its conventions. That's his whole job. He sends a lot of shit at you, and you look at this, and maybe you get inspired a little bit.
Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Maybe, you're inspired, you're not.
Since joining Tribune, Abrams has advocated redesign of the company's newspapers and overhaul of many of its TV stations' newscasts, including pushing for development of an anchorless newscast in Houston. That was his idea. I heard about that.
By the way, I figured I'd fill everyone in, because I knew this, but I didn't want to seem smart. Pastiche.
You're reading it.
Is a literary.
I will not allow you to do this to me.
Some other artistic genre. That's like a hodgepodge or an imitation.
Oh, thanks, Ant.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Cool.
Here's Scrambler from Chicago.
Why would I have 3G service?
Scrambler.
Scrambler.
Hey, Ope, I tweeted that to you yesterday. The Tribune also has they have an AM radio station that has shows on it all day long. It was the station that Paul Harvey actually broadcast from that was syndicated out. So they're like the biggest AM station in Chicago as well, and they have shows all day long.
See, Lee was just continuing doing what he did on satellite radio and what he did with his radio career, but unfortunately, he's in a company now that's a bit more stuffy.
He got caught being fun and creative.
Right.
Ouch. That'll hurt.
But you know what? If this email went around Sirius XM, somebody would be in deep shit, too.
Oh, my God.
They would be in deep shit as well. We're not too far behind the Tribunes out there, Anthony.
No.
Should we continue with this? So the editor's mad. Since joining Tribune, Abrams has advocated redesign of the company's newspapers. Okay, yeah. We're out to bust the TV cliches. He wants to fucking reinvent shit.
Yeah.
He's always been about that.
Yay.
Abrams said in a June interview with the Chicago Tribune, if you ever watch Onion TV, they mock it, and they're right. Some of this stuff is hilariously out of date, and we've got to attack. Some of these cliches are beyond belief. Mm-hmm. So, you know how we make fun of the local news? Lee is right there with us by our side, but he not only just makes fun of it, he's really trying to do something about it and make it something new and exciting. Yep. So if they fire him, they're just stupid.
They are dumb.
Because then it's just going to continue with the bullshit that we're all making fun of.
Unbelievable.
He's a guy at least trying to change it. Abrams said Tuesday he had asked Tribune Company to delete the offending email from its servers. Okay, we did that. Video is in bad taste. We did that.
Lee is a queer. We did that.
We did that.
A dunderhead.
Yeah. Lee has a bad mustache. Looks like Wilford Brimley. We did that. Lee smokes pot. We did that.
He does smoke pot.
Jesus. Lee's a worse pilot than Mohammed Atta. We did that.
We did that.
Got a horrible judgment on sending videos.
But it's like he's a creative, funny guy. And even musically, Lee fucking hated the status quo.
Yeah.
He always wanted something different. He's what happens when you're a creative guy in that shit environment. Poor Lee. To have to deal with at least we're able to say what we want to say.
Dinosaur.
To have to be a creative guy among these fucking cunts.
Poor Lee got caught in the tar pit. He's just a fucking dinosaur in the tar pit of what is entertainment these days.
But he's in a corporate world. It's much harder there.
He had his own bit for Tribune called Skydives, where he goes to restaurants. He flies to restaurants and then he Then he does
goes into a dive.
Then he does a little review of skydives.
That's interesting.
But he takes his plane to these restaurants all over the country, and then
That's
he
pretty good.
writes about it or blogs. I don't know how he gets it out there. But here's the backstory on Lee, and we're almost done. Abrams, 58, came to Tribune after a decade with XM Satellite Radio, which has merged with former rival Sirius, which he served as chief creative officer. One of the founding fathers of radio research, and for years among the industry's most influential, Abrams previously had more than 300 station clients taking their cues from him. He's been widely credited with developing FM's album-oriented rock. That's who we get to blame for that, by the way. Format, and widely blamed for stifling freeform progressive rock on FM. So, as creative as he was, he also fucked radio a little bit for us. Abrams got to start young, a 1967 Chicago Tribune story when he was a 15-year-old sophomore. Noted he already had been in business for 3 years selling promotional ideas to radio stations, and had
Is that
just
what they called
launched
drugs back then? Promotional ideas?
and he also launched his own record label when he was just a youngster.
Wow.
And now he's going to lose his fucking career over this.
Yeah, he'll get something else.
He's a very creative dude, man.
Yeah.
But you can't be creative with those. It's amazing that those Let's see what happens. Maybe they just give the same line that maybe they keep him.
Either that or he'll fly his plane into the Tribune building. Fucking
what a great way to go out.
Lee just loses his mind.
That's an inappropriate remark.
Let me say to James. James, you know Randy Michaels? Sure.
I love Randy Michaels, dude, and it kills me to hear him talking like this.
Why do you love Randy Michaels? He's a legend in the radio business, that's for sure.
Dude, the first company I worked for was J-Core, which Randy was the end-all.
Yes, J-Core.
Now, J-Core became Clear Channel. I'm just trying to help people out. When he was when he was running J-Core, you want to explain to people what he was doing? He was out of his mind with the formats he was creating and everything.
Well, not only that, but the first thing, dude, I was 18 years old when I started in radio. They handed me a piece of paper and he said, well, he didn't, but this is the company handbook. And it just said, use your best judgment. Thanks, Randy. That was the whole company handbook.
Yeah, there's now big, huge, fucking thick company handbooks.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy who drove his SUV into the lobby of hotels, got out, threw the keys up, the guy and said, J-Core's here. This guy's a nut job.
He is a nut job, but it looks like he's been stifled, too, at Tribune.
That's sad.
It is sad, right? When he met Ant and I, he was trying to hire us, and he's a big, huge executive worth fucking millions, and he got on his knees and kissed me and Anthony's ring finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's out of his fucking mind.
I want you guys.
We probably should have taken the deal back then. Hindsight is blah, 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 blah.
I don't understand that. Hindsight is 202-0.
Yeah. Hindsight.
It's a 2020.
Yeah, he wanted to pop us on Q104 at the time and go head to head with Howard. And then the company, what did they do? Then the company put us in a mine shaft for 10 days, and we got really weak, and we finally said, all right, we'll re-sign.
No, it's because,
Remember the 5-hour meeting because they knew we were gone?
Yeah, Infinity, we were going to sign with them, and they were going to put us on in mornings.
Next thing you know, we're for real, we were in a conference room for hours. They just fucking wore us out.
And they just threw like fucking everything at us.
Yeah, they said,
here you go, take this, we got this, you got this, all right.
And then we had to tell Randy that we're not, sometimes.
But then he fucking left,
Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes
that would have been a disaster.
But then again, Clear Channel turned out to be what it became, so you're right.
They're even tougher.
Piece of
you're
shit.
Right.
And fuck it, everything just went to fuck. We got Fareed sitting in front of us, remember that?
Oh, yeah. And then Mel came out of the secret door.
Yeah.
They had secret doors back then.
Did you hear about that whole thing with fucking Citadel and Fareed?
What?
Oh, the stockholders are so fucking pissed. All those executives.
We're stockholders.
I know, yeah. Well, I don't even consider myself a stockholder.
No, we're those guys.
I need stock.
We didn't buy just a little bit. We're one of the big investors over there.
They're emerging from bankruptcy.
All right, what do we get out of that?
That's what they're doing right now.
Do we get anything out of
that? What do
that?
we get?
Yeah.
I don't know what we got, but the executives got upwards of tens of millions of dollars of the money in the restructuring of the company.
No, I know what's going on around here, but what's happening with...
Oh, no. I'm talking about... Citadel.
Citadel.
Stockholders are fucking fuming.
So wait, so Fareed and those guys are all going to get like a lot...
Oh, yeah, they all got millions of dollars.
They are all the... Dude, when it comes to the executives, they're all the same.
Yes. They're all Enron. Yes. They're all fucking Tyco. They're all the same motherfucker. motherfuckers.
It's one piece of shit who changes his tie a lot.
Yes.
What dirtbags?
Abominable.
Wow, and our
greedy motherfuckers, man.
And our $10,000 investment is now worth a couple $100.
If that.
And he's getting raises.
But do you guys lose?
I don't even think so. I think we lost it all.
You lose it when they go bankrupt.
Oh, yeah, we're done now.
And when they come back,
it's a
the executives get money and they owe you nothing.
We get nothing. We lost everything in the bankruptcy.
So we just threw $110,000 away.
So
who throws $110,000 away?
So they will take. They will restructure by giving the executives millions of dollars, and then come out of bankruptcy, put out an IPO, which God, I hope I get in on. Oh, I want to get on this one. Yuck. Put out an IPO, raise more money, so they could fuck over a whole new batch of assholes.
So the same fucking pieces of shit that fuck a company up,
they're still there. Yeah.
Are rewarded by getting money. It's like, you blew it.
Isn't that amazing?
So why don't we go back in? Why don't we get?
I think it's a good one.
Let's go back in.
I'm shorting the fuck out of that company this time. I'm shorting the fuck out of Citadel this time. Fuck them. That's in my humble opinion.
You know, I
just want to say that I don't hold any Citadels. I hold only $100,000 worth. That's worth shit. You know, I went bankrupt.
You know, he got remarried.
Did he?
I saw one of his right-hand men at, I was flying somewhere, and all of a sudden one of Fareed's guys, who's a huge fan of ours, remember the computer guy?
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know that
guy. I go, wow, what are you doing in the airport? He goes, oh, you can't tell anyone, but I'm flying to wherever for Fareed's wedding.
Never learn.
And you thought I married fucking young.
Oh, really?
Holy shit.
Fareed's wife. That first one was one of the best times I ever had in my life at a party. Oh, no, I'm not shushing. That was brilliant.
Yeah, you want to go all in on this one?
It was at Mel's birthday party.
You want to go all in on this?
Yeah.
What, are you crazy?
Why?
You think I'm nuts?
Why not? It's something that happened. It was a party.
You're crazy. Even I'm saying you're crazy.
Fareed's ex-wife?
Let's put it this way. Let's say the three of us are out. And me and we're all talking, and we're bad-mouthing Sam.
Yeah.
Let's say we're bad-mouthing Sam.
So you're talking any day we're out.
He doesn't. Yeah, and of course.
Sam.
Look, Sam doesn't know we're bad-mouthing him. So let's say that we go on the air and go, remember that time the guy who doesn't work with anymore bad-mouthed Sam?
Yeah.
We're still letting the whole country know that somebody was bad-mouthing Sam.
All right.
Let me explain to the listeners. Like, I carpet bomb every day, and I'm sniping every day. I'm an asshole. I'll be the first to admit.
We'll be right back after this.
But you're looking at the true atom bomb. Anthony's the true atom bomb of the two of us, by the way. You really are.
Yeah, but you need two keys to set me off.
You really
and hit
are.
The buttons and launch codes.
I'm an assoul, carpet bombing, getting very close all the time
to rogue
ruining
submarine.
everything. But you, in the end, are the atom bomb, sir. I'll tell you right now. Because you're about to say something that would be so fucking bad.
I swear to you.
And it's coming from me.
I never would have used names.
Oh, you
really
wouldn't? Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't really gonna do that. I understand that's fucking crazy.
Right. Now I say do it.
Yeah, fuck.
Because it's a great story, man.
It is one of the best stories.
Well, she was Dean Wormer's fucking...
She was the epitome of Dean Wormer's wife in Animal House.
Sorry, yeah.
Perfect imitation. She was hammered that day.
Remember her bad breath, alcohol breath in
she
her
had
face?
champagne,
she had bad breath?
puke breath. She was.
wow.
I liked her actually. I really did. But she was out of her mind, and she was literally inches from her face,
inches away,
talking to us.
And she'd put on this drunken voice, trying to be sultry, like she was the cougar of the day. You know, the cougar.
Was she pretty?
She was all right. Past her prime, that's for sure.
She was all right.
She was all drunk, so she was just like, she'd lean into me and like fall into me and be like, you know, let me tell you about, and then she'd go off on high-level people and their spouses and relatives and whatnot because she knew what was going on, because Fareed, I guess, would come home and tell her.
Well, he was one of the main guys.
He was one of the big inside guys.
When we were at NEW.
Let me tell you what kind of a cunt she is. This one's a fucking piece of shit. That fuck. And she's getting loud because it's a party and she's drunk. And
like,
I'm trying to shuffle myself away from her because I don't want to be caught in the ring of doom if somebody
overhears it.
Hears it.
She used the word pussy whipped.
Oh, yeah,
Cut to the chase.
Well, this one's a cunt, and that one is the most pussy-whipped motherfucker you're ever going to see.
And it's all people.
And this one, and it's
all people we knew very well.
All high-level motherfuckers.
Very
and it was
well.
like, oh, Jesus
so
Christ.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it was at Mel's birthday party, so it's like every high-level
was that
GM
Mel's
was
birthday,
there.
or was that Fareed's retirement?
It was Fareed's retirement.
Sorry, you're right. Why would we be invited to that?
I was at that party.
It was a retirement.
That's when I introduced myself to Mel as he was leaving. I was like, hi, I'm Jim Norton. And he shook my hand. I'm like, I'm on the Opie and Anthony show. And he went, tell those guys I said hi. And he just left.
That was it.
That's Mel.
Yeah, and then I was like telling you guys, like, yeah, I was talking to Mel.
That's Mel.
Yeah, it was his retirement party. That's right. So everyone was there, all the general managers and shit
all the
from
bosses.
all of Infinity. And she was going off. Oh, and I just wanted to get away. Like, I didn't want anyone overhearing her telling me that shit because that would have been my fucking neck. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Funny as fuck, though.
All right, you were smart. I thought you were really going to use names.
No, like I said, I do have a lot of atom bombs, but there's quite the protocol for launch sequence. Unlike the rogue submarine fucking captain
Takes a lot
you are off the coast of some country, just going, fuck it.
Right. Takes a lot to scare me, and you did a little bit today. Why don't we take a break here?
I got a sandwich that's cold.
We got a little Lee Abrams we're going to play in the break. Thumbs up on that. Good. When we get back.
It's okay, Kenny. It's okay. I like my sandwich cold.
Everyone is talking about South Park.
Yes.
Yesterday's episode was a holy shit South Park episode. We'll play a couple of clips, a couple highlights from that in case you missed it, and talk about that. And a lot of people tweeted me yesterday saying congratulations to the show because they think that we made Perez Hilton stop his cum bubbling.
Yeah, huh?
There were other people on it, but What Would Tyler Durden Do picked up our part of it.
Yeah.
Which is a huge fucking website that competes kind of with the Perez Hilton thing. So.
We did give him a savage. I will say this: we gave Perez Hilton a savage beating.
Yeah, and it was
for being
all
a hypocrite.
justified.
By the way, I don't give a shit if he wants to draw cum bubbles and cocks. I don't care. But then you can't go and say that cyberbullying is wrong. That was our whole point because we certainly cyberbully and have fun with all that.
We
but at least we admit it and we know who we are.
That's right. We out each other.
All right, more whatever.
Sirius XM, the virus. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, rock.
I want to thank Jordan from Scranton, PA, for being a tattletale. Thank you, Jordan. We need the tattletales out there.
Who's tattling?
He writes, did they take the eat shit out of Dr. Steve's promo? And then he just writes, WTF? ?
That's what the fuck in cyberspeak.
That's right.
Yes.
Why would they take that out of the promo?
I hope they didn't, and it was some sort of an error.
And if they're doing that, why aren't they telling us? You don't know more than us, so stop it. You could suggest things, and then the power of our brains will decide if we want to do that.
Well, who took it out,
leave it up to the power of that.
Who takes it out? E-Rock?
I don't know. We're trying to find out. E-Rock, do you know anything yet?
What I'm finding out now is this is a different promo. The original one had the eat shit. This is a newer one. And this is promoting his Saturday live show, not the What the Hell Is That? It's still on the end of the What the Hell Is That.
All right, hold on a minute, though. Now, obviously, Jordan's wrong, but I wasn't going to just take Jordan's word for it. Of course. I go, E-Rock.
Investigate.
And didn't he come back and go, yeah, they took that out?
That's right.
So now I put the blame on you, E-Rock.
E-Rock.
You did say that.
Well, with the amount of time I had running in between the studio
and go away!
It was a timing issue. It was our fault.
I just got to the end of his promo. I thought that's what
all right, Columbo.
Columbo. I hate to bother you.
I believe there was an eat shit at the end of that. Could I have a sandwich? I'm hungry.
McClod.
Shit.
McClod. McMillan and sandwich.
Cagney and Fat Facey.
He's not even smiling.
Shit, no, he's not happy.
Oh, no.
He's looking down slightly.
He's not very happy.
And I got to now apologize to those guys down the hall.
I
hate when I have to apologize. I'm sorry I questioned.
Why?
Said you guys might have did something.
Starsky and lunch. That's a good one.
I don't have to apologize.
E-Rock should apologize.
What?
No.
E-Rock should apologize.
I feel like E-Rock should apologize.
To me, right?
To you and to management.
Yeah, E-Rock, you put me in a bad spot. It was
You
just,
did, E-Rock.
I was just beating those guys up, and it turns out they didn't do nothing wrong this time.
Well, then I apologize.
All right, we can move on now. And South Park.
My wheels are turning.
Starsky and Lunch. I'm trying to think of old 70s shows.
I know. Jake and the E-Rock. Remember that show?
I do. Jake and the Fat Man.
So, it's one Steak and the Fat Man. BJ and the Bear Claw. Did he fight crime? I don't know. That's great.
South Park.
Oh!
Making fun of Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
These fucking guys know what they're doing.
Gotta be detective shows dummies. Can't put Pork and Mindy. Pork and Mindy.
BJ and the Elephant. Sorry.
Yeah.
This South Park last night, holy shit. How are they getting away with this? What channel is this on?
Comedy Central.
Can't be Comedy Central.
Oh, Comedy Central.
Because they edit the shit out of our comedian friends all the time. But if you're a cartoon, is that what the deal is? We've brought this up, right? Cartoon, you get away with murder.
South Park is past.
Realistic comedians can't do it, though.
Yeah. South Park's kind of past doing anything that'll get them in trouble, no matter what it is. They could get in trouble with, like, Islam.
Because they hung in there. You just got to hang in there.
Yeah.
And you'll win the battles in the end, but most people don't understand that. I don't know why. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure when they get complaint letters, they just fucking put them in the shredders. They don't placate to the complainer, do they?
They know that South Park's a big moneymaker, so they give them a little latitude.
We used to be big moneymakers.
They did a
too.
nigger episode right after Michael Richards.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, that's what they do, too. They take the subjects that are, like, really sensitive at the time, and they just throw it right on. They don't care.
Skew it.
Oh, no. Because to be creative, it should be based in mutual respect.
Yes,
that's why it's such purely what comedy should be. I think it's brutal.
I can't.
What?
Hawaii 50-inch waist.
50 inches.
And then they showed the wave he made when he jumped in the pool.
Yeah, and the Hawaiians are surfing on it. Of course. Sorry.
E-Rock, are you going to defend yourself?
Hawaii
or what?
5-0 waistline.
Oh, I didn't think I was allowed to.
5-0 waistline.
You're not allowed
Of course
to
you can.
defend yourself? What's wrong with you?
Because then that ruins the bit.
What bit?
What bit? This is this isn't even a bit.
Oh, boy. Yeah, see, they are able to get away with things because it's just, it's South Park.
Yeah.
They've been around for years. They're
Now-
an institution.
Do we explain the episode or do we play the clips? Because what they did to Snooki is just awesome. And
I tried to build a narrative with the clips.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? All right, so we'll just comment.
Let's
as
see
we
how
go.
well you did.
I always try to build
And narrative building is normally shit.
Oh, man.
Where can you get good clothes in this town? Nowhere. I mean, that's why.
Yeah, this is the new neighbors come over to Stan's house for dinner, and you can just imagine who they are.
Jersey people.
Is this Snooki right here?
No, this is what's her name? Danielle Staub's rival from Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Teresa?
Yes, Teresa. They didn't just skewer Jersey Shore. They skewered
I know that. Sorry.
all things
Yes.
Jersey.
Yeah.
So this is
Where
Teresa.
can you get good clothes in this town? Nowhere. I mean, that's why you're stuck wearing garbage like that, right? And the woman that works the hair salon, Julia, have you seen how big that bitch's ears are?
Oh, Julia's a friend of mine, yeah.
Ears out to here. So I tell her, you got big ears, sweetie. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just a Jersey thing. Why be offended? I mean, you've got a big chin. We've all got imperfections.
Right, just like your eyes are kind of far apart.
That was totally uncalled for what she did. My eyes are too far apart? And like, who is she? Is she God? No. You don't ever, you whack job, prostitution, whore. You'd probably sell your muff for $6. You fucking psycho bitch! You! You're nothing but garbage! That's what you are! You're garbage! You sick old woman muff garbage! Muff cabbage! This psycho
Wow.
bitch! Let's get the out of here! She's a fucking pig! She's pissing me off! Okay, I love you.
Take it easy.
I love you. I thought I was gonna deck her. I was fine. I was really fine. I just wanted to get my point across to her, and then that's how I am. Like, I could be mad 1 minute, and then I'll be fine. Okay, all better. Just had to get that out. It's a Jersey thing. So, who wants dessert? Me!
That is a Jersey. You know what?
What?
It was much better watching.
I was just about to say the same
Well,
thing.
cartoons are a visual medium.
You know what?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'll be able to save this for everybody. Fontaine in Virginia, go ahead.
Hey, I got an E-Rock show for you.
Yeah.
Magnum P.I.G.
Boy.
Magnum P.I.E.
Let's go to Tucker, Wisconsin. Tucker.
Yeah, book 'em, fatso.
That's a live 5-0.
Defend yourself.
I like that one, too.
Russell K. from North Carolina, 6 million calorie man. Carbo loading.
Yeah, he was carbo loading.
Comfort food last night, E-Rock?
No.
There was some.
No, there wasn't.
Some.
What was the one thing you had to eat, even though you probably said to yourself, maybe I shouldn't be eating this?
Dessert.
I had Pepperidge Farm chocolate chip / pecan cookies last night. I say pecan.
Can.
What was the food last night you couldn't help eating?
Well, there wasn't anything last night.
You can tell us. Everybody gets a treat.
Yeah,
Good, but I didn't have one last night.
Do you think E-Rock likes treats?
Oh,
he loves treats.
He carbo loads.
E-Rock loves indulging, whether it's in food or toys at the Comic-Con or whatever it is. He loves consuming.
Oh, God. He loves his treats.
He is a great consumer.
He is.
Of everything.
Does he feel he deserves a treat? Is that what it is, E-Rock? You're like, you know what? I really did good today. I should have a treat.
I think there's a void in E-Rock that he tries to fill with treats and goodies.
Oh.
When you were young and you would do good, what would your reward be?
Oh, my God.
Like when you were a boy and say you'd cut the grass, or when you would do you do your homework, what would mother give you as a reward? Like, here's a cookie.
What would mother give?
I wasn't fat till I started working here.
He's kind of right, by the way. I saw some old pictures. I can't believe it's the same guy. Sorry, E-Rock.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was in good shape till maybe 2005.
Well, slow down with the good shape thing. No.
Exactly.
You were always skinny fat, but now you're just
Say it.
I'm not going to say it.
There's one. Chips and dip.
What's that? Did we get Fat Lock out there yet?
Fat Lock.
Fat Lock.
That's good.
I keep thinking of the Rockford Files, and not one funny thought will come with it.
I know. Yeah, that's a hard one.
I know. Do you know what was the music for that?
Can
you find that real quick? Not that we're going to watch it, but if it comes up again.
But how does he know that? Because I watched TV my whole life. That's all I had.
I don't know this shit.
That's all I had. This was actually played on the radio back then when the show was on. And now the Rockford Files song.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, this is Jim Rockford. I'm not home right now. Leave a message.
The Rockford Files.
Yes.
Intro. All right. Jersey, is any of these clips worth playing that translate to radio there, Sam? Because it was a great episode, and we're trying to give the people a taste. But
it could be
that first clip sucked a dick.
It could be about his dumps, the rock hard piles. Meat shits.
Hey,
Well,
his shits look like the fucking meat in stew. They have shredded edges, four-sided blocky shits.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, the whole gist of the episode was that Jersey, because of all these stupid shows, is taking over the country and started moving west. And the whole country was becoming New Jersey up until it hit Colorado and South Park, which said it stops here. You know, there's everything east of us is now New Jersey.
They even got
everyone's
Denver.
acting like Jersey. Yeah, they got Denver. And then they were going to stop them by force with weaponry and stuff.
Well,
And
how did they make Snooki again?
Snooki was like a Gollum character that would just jump on the men and just start humping and trying to fuck them.
I think we got the clip where Snooki rapes Cartman.
Yeah.
Get it off of me! Get it off of me! Smush, smush! We gotta find a way past it! What does it want? Sounds like it wants smush, smush! Smush, smush! Snooki wants smush, smush! No! You guys, it's raping me! It's raping me! Jesus Christ, what the hell do we do? Oh, God! Get out of here! What?
That's Kyle turning into a Jersey guy.
Dude. Get out of here,
hair
you
was
piece
all
of
gelled.
cabbage! You want to smush? Go creep in somewhere else! Snooki gets a smush and you're cabbage! You know that? You're cabbage! Snooki, you got cabbage in your mouth!
That's all Snooki says.
You got
It's
cabbage
guttural
in your
noises.
fucking mouth!
That was Snooki getting
And
punched
tried
in
to
the
fuck
face.
everything, and then Kyle punched.
She was
Snooki
just
in
a
the
fuck
face.
monster.
A fuck monster. Yeah.
That was
and that looked kind
unintelligible.
of like Gollum.
Yeah.
Was carrying a bottle of booze.
Yeah.
Was dressed scantily clad.
Yeah.
And I think the real kicker though was that the fact that they didn't have enough armaments to fend off Jersey. So they got Al Qaeda to help them. And there's a scene where
Look, I know it's been how many years now? 9 years, but you can't put Al Qaeda in cartoons yet.
Not even putting Al Qaeda in cartoons. What they did, they actually show airliners being flown by Arabs crashing into giant groups of people from Jersey and just exploding. And then they pay a tribute to Osama bin Laden. This is like Al Qaeda helping.
It's Al Qaeda!
Or Al Qaeda.
Oh my God!
And
What
they
balls.
just.
That's great.
This is so fucking ballsy.
Holy shit!
Good for them.
It's fucking twisted. Hooray. How the fuck?
Wow.
Now that's.
On a cold October night, a small town in Colorado stood up to New Jersey and finally said, "Go away." Our fortitude was the inspiration for others, and now New Jersey is slowly receding back to the desolate land from whence it came. Our country's getting back to normal, and we owe it all to Osama bin Laden.
Oh my God!
I'm kind of sitting there to kiss him.
Well, Kyle, looks like you're totally back to normal. Yeah, the more distance between me and the others from Jersey, the better I feel. Yeah, but you still have it in you. You saved my life, Kyle. Deep down inside, you're a monster. But you're my little monster. I just have one question, Kyle. At Sizzler, when you were yelling muff cabbage, what's muff cabbage? It's a Jersey thing.
On this day, let us all remember that no people on this earth are really
great.
enemies, only folks with differences.
Someone.
Down, tango's down.
We got him!
Tango's down, tango's down.
Shots have been lot in the head.
Hey, shoot him in the head.
Holy shit!
That's such great. They have balls,
That's
man.
awesome.
The fucking planes flying into the people and
great.
those explosions that they use. It was like how much time? I guess this much time had to go by. Because if you did that like right after, oh my God, you're done.
Let's see also what.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stupid Governor Christie. I guarantee you, someone from Jersey will, New Jersey, and please.
Yeah, is there a statement out yet?
There will be.
They can't help themselves. They'll have to get involved.
You know, New Jersey has had a long, illustrious career as a great state in this country of blah, blah. Shut it.
Wouldn't you once love to see a politician or somebody, if someone asked them about it, go, it's tasteless. It's a cartoon comedy show. What do you expect?
What do you want me to say?
Yeah, it's
I'm going to comment on this?
show.
Shut up.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You got to comment on a comedy show? Comment on a comedy show?
Next question.
Next question, please.
So tomorrow is the big what the hell is that show, right?
Yeah.
Holy
Do we have enough
shit.
people?
It's tomorrow already?
Yeah.
We do have enough people.
From
And
what I
some
heard.
returning favorites.
Oh, really? Well,
what
we
the
got to
hell is that?
overbook though, because do they understand the overbooking thing yet? You got to overbook for these bits, just in case people bail last minute.
Right.
Well, we're booking as many as we can.
So it's not too late. If you still have something weird going on with you, and you want real doctors checking you out tomorrow, we want you to come in, right?
We're not capping this bad boy.
No.
Hell's no.
We don't want stuff that is obvious. We want stuff where something weird is happening with you, and you don't understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Not
Trying to
just,
remember about
a hangnail. Stay home.
No, like if you got 2 pee holes.
Yeah, we'll lick both of them. It's like we want people to come to, not just from like fucking Manhattan either. It's like
wherever.
If you're 2.5 hours away and fucking Foxwoods Casino,
right?
Drive down.
Oh my God!
I don't want to talk about my show tonight or the Saturday show is sold out. Who cares?
Nice.
It's not about that. It's about this bit.
Wow, it certainly is. I would love to. I'm going to be at Foxwoods. I just want to say that I'm going to go be there to see Jimmy.
I have to go there tonight and come back to tonight.
I know. Kenny's got to drive you, huh?
I know.
Poor bastard.
Is he happy about that?
He's so dopey. Has his jacket and jeans, his driving outfit. I hate his driving outfit.
By the way, when you're staying in wherever they put the help, you should check out the villas at Foxwoods, where I will be staying.
Oh.
Yes, the villas.
What the hell's the villas?
I just punched up a picture of it last night. Keith goes, check out the villas at Foxwoods. He goes, because that's where we're staying. I go, get the fuck out of here. This is luxury at its utmost. Yes, Kenny?
The villas are 2 exclusive floors of the Grand Pequot Tower.
Yes. Look at this room.
Let me see it. Where are we staying, Kenny? Are we staying there?
That's not the lobby. That's my room.
All right. Calm down. Jesus.
And it comes with her.
Yes.
Wow. She's going to be there.
Do I have a nice room?
Oh.
Did I just see 2 staircases in
yes.
Anthony's room?
Yes. Why wouldn't I have 2 staircases?
It's like the Titanic thing.
It
right
does.
there.
It looks like the Titanic. It's amazing. Jimmy, you could come up and say hi.
Yes.
Well, people better hurry up and buy their tickets because the Saturday early show is already sold out.
Done. Gone.
Yeah.
What about, what kind of room am I in?
And Anthony will be performing in the casino.
Yes, you'll hear me saying, fuck you, knock it off, and how the hell do they pull this shit every fucking time?
No, in Indian casinos, they like you to say, ugh.
What?
They're Indians.
I'm saying that every time you talk.
Yeah. You make them bomb them. What kind of room am I in?
Yeah, where's Jimmy's room?
You know, Foxwoods is a great place.
No, that's not a good sign.
You know, Patrice was there last week, told me all about it.
Yeah, said it was good?
Yeah, he did the grand opening weekend there.
So they must have put him up
bless you.
Thank you, Kenny.
in what is called the finest accommodations, the villas at Foxwoods. That must be where the help stays.
Yeah, the comedy club is brand new there. I hear it's very nice.
Oh.
Yes, it's supposed to be very beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it if I'm not on a roll.
Yeah.
Or if I'm losing. So either way.
So you're trying to say they like out-of-control gamblers a lot more than people like Jimmy.
Well, if you own a casino.
Well, yeah, I understand the casino. The high rollers should get the...
I
don't mind that, but what kind of room am I in? Just curiosity.
You're gonna mind when you see what room you're in.
Yeah, the kind you put the key in the door.
Exactly.
But is it a regular room or is it at least a nice little suite?
And hope you don't smell cigarette smoke.
Do I at least have a
You're
nice
not gonna
little
mind
suite?
at all when you see your
Is it
room.
a suite? Does he have a suite?
I got you the best accommodations I could.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That you open the door and you can see your bed. If you can open the door and see your bed, you're not in a good room.
Let's go to accommodations, Ken. Why don't you show me which kind of room I'm in?
Oh no!
I'm curious.
Accommodations. Here we go. Okay, the 2 trees in the MGM. Which one? Which hotel?
This big gold tower here. That's the MGM Grand, brand newest tower.
Right.
Is that part of Foxwoods?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a new tower.
Yeah, that's the latest edition, MGM Grand at Fox.
So is that where I'm staying?
And this thing over here, that's the Grand Peacock Tower where Anthony's going to stay.
Wow. Which part of that is he staying?
Well, where
in?
am I staying?
Is he staying at the top of that castle?
I'm at the top. Yeah.
Of the castle.
I'm very high.
Yeah,
up.
the villas are 2 luxurious floors.
Yes.
Distinguished in the Grand
Oh
Peacock
man!
Tower.
So where am I staying? Just
Yeah.
curiosity.
Yeah. Well, if you go to the property map, you can see like all the nice restaurants.
Property
We're
map.
down to the property map. You're off the front page of Foxwoods.
Let's see. Where?
It's
About
on front page
Foxwoods.
of Foxwoods.
All right. About Foxwoods. There you
Property
go.
map.
Property map
all
down
right.
there.
Very good.
Oh, look at that. There's a whole map of the property because it's
All right,
it's
so-
an expansive, very nice.
Wait, where's the
big
MGM?
place.
That's the MGM to the right.
Yeah,
okay,
that's the
and that's
MGM.
the Pequot,
This is the Grand Peacock Tower.
Oh, cool.
Tower.
And now we got the rest of the property in front of us
Could you
here.
scroll down a little?
Oh no!
Oh, there goes the MGM and the Grand Peacock.
They're not even on the
They're not-
page.
it just scrolled off the screen.
Right.
I see a Days Inn.
Here's where the comedy club is located.
Where is that?
You're pointing at the wrong screen. Me and Ann can't see
Well,
what
you got to
to
do stereo pointing.
Oh, it's
He's in. It's in the.
Yeah.
it's like
I can
towards
see.
the bottom left.
Oh, wow.
Bottom left.
That's where the
okay.
club is. I mean, they got to put the club where they got room.
Is that what you're saying, or is that a parking garage,
That-
Jimmy?
Well, the
right.
parking garage is over there, but you can see there's a lot of casinos for you to gamble in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
which-
I could just stay in the Grand Peacock tower.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I have to go outside in order to go to the comedy club?
No, this is like an X-ray view of the building.
It's a giant building, Anthony.
Oh, I thought it was all
It's not a
open
shopping
air.
center.
No. It's like if the roof was taken off so you could see
Well,
inside.
they should put it back on if it rains.
See, all of a sudden everybody will be getting purple rain on them.
Oh, Chip.
Yeah, this big thing here, that's the big theater here where we aspire Jimmy to play next time.
How big is that?
I don't know exactly.
Looks small on the webpage.
Yeah.
It's only an inch.
That's way too big for
You're
me.
stalling. Where's Jimmy staying?
Yeah, I'm just curious where our
where
rooms
is it?
are.
Where's Jimmy staying? Enough with the stall tactics.
Yeah, where
You
is
see here on the bottom left this L-shaped building?
Uh-huh.
Where? Well, you're pointing at the
Doesn't
wrong
even have a
screen.
name.
The
Yeah,
bo-
see
oh,
that?
right
The
there.
bottom left L-shaped
Okay,
building.
gotcha.
That's the Grand Cedar Hotel.
Oh, the
all
one,
right.
the ones. Those are the rooms away from the luxury.
Yeah.
No,
That's where they put the farmers.
No, you got
as
it all
Dice used
wrong,
to call
Anthony.
them. It's a hotel full of farmers.
He's pretty far from the MGM tower.
the
That's
Grand
brand
Cedar,
new.
that's the place to see and be seen.
Is that where I'm staying? The Grand Cedar?
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Could we see rooms from the Grand Cedar? How do we see a picture of a room from the Grand Cedar? I just want to see where Jimmy's going to be staying. You know, you'll be kind of tired from the long walk to my room, but there's plenty of accommodations. There's a butler that will take care of your every whim.
The Grand Cedar. That's the oldest one, of course.
You know what I want to... Oh,
Yeah, but
God.
it's complete.
Oh, God, no, not that room.
We've all seen
Completely
that
renovated.
room.
It's renovated? That's where I'm staying? I'm so happy I didn't fucking plug this on the Tonight Show. I'm so happy
You
I
said
didn't.
you didn't care where you're sleeping, though.
Mine
You
said
said you didn't
luxury
care.
accommodations. Jimmy says stay close to the action.
I told you, that's the place to see and be seen.
See, that's how they promote those rooms. Stay close
Stay
to the
close
action.
to the action.
We like the rooms that are near the action to not be very good because the people aren't really going to be
Oh,
staying
you're
in
so
their
going to
room.
be smelling
Anthony.
cigarette smoke the whole weekend,
Are
Jimmy.
you going
Yes,
to
sir.
be eating in the steakhouse?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can join me and Jimmy in the employee cafeteria.
Wait, what?
How many vouchers did you get?
I have a 3-day pass.
For the employee cafeteria.
Oh my God!
Are you telling me? Hold on. Now, in this great cedar hotel.
Remember, you don't mind
Yes.
where you're staying, Jimmy.
Accent on great.
How many staircases are in his room?
That's it. No steps. What do you want to go up? Oh, you get exhausted up and down stairs.
But how
an elevator.
But so what does my suite look like in the Grand Cedar Hotel?
Yeah, there's got to be a suite. Come on, they can't just all be those rooms. Deluxe rooms.
No, one bedroom suite.
Oh, one bedroom suite.
Look at that.
All right, no picture,
Nice.
huh?
900 square feet. Do you know what you can do with 900 square feet?
That's a lot of square.
It's a lot of square footage. That's the size of my apartment, actually.
Once you put it's square, though, it's not as big as it should be. Up to 6 people.
Yeah.
With 1 king or 2 double beds. A living room offers an entertainment center, a bay window with a sofa.
So
A
maybe,
half bath.
all right. You know what? That may be tolerable.
All right, at least you got a separate living room, bedroom.
Yeah, I can
You don't want to
tolerate
have the
that. Right.
same bedroom, living room.
I would like to have been in the newer building, though.
But
got a
hold on,
jacuzzi tub.
Hold on. Joey from Long Island saying you can get a room at the Grand Cedar, the basic room, for $69.
Why are we in the Grand Cedar and not the MGM?
Oh, you should be in the MGM. It's brand new.
Why am I not in the fucking... Why would I do the Borgata? Do they put me in the...
Water Club.
Water Club.
Yeah.
Water Club is amazing.
Say tits.
Hey, Jimmy.
The tits.
Jimmy, it feels great to be in the same hotel as you. I gamble once a year. I spend about $200, and I get the same room as you for $69.
Well, Jimmy's got the nicest room.
The
in
one bedroom.
$69
Could
a
you go
night
back-
hotel.
Sam, could you go back to my luxurious suite and I want to read what the room includes because we didn't really read about it.
I'm sure it's just a regular, it's probably like the Grand Cedar, but like a little newer.
These suites average 1,400 square feet.
Wow.
And include living rooms, wet bars, jacuzzi tubs, large screen TVs, and 24-hour butler service. The villa guests enjoy 24-hour room service and complimentary valet service.
Oh.
There was a lot of S's at the end of your stuff.
A lot of service.
No, TVs.
TVs. Oh, there's not one TV in that fucking room.
Living rooms.
Rooms. Yeah,
A lot
there's
of S's.
rooms. There's upstairs, downstairs.
Why couldn't we get in the MGM hotel?
I was hoping to get a Tonight Show plug. That would have been my bargaining.
That would have helped a little bit.
But did we ask for that and they said no?
I'll talk to you later.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The I'll talk to you later.
That's never good.
Oh, look at that window. That window's 2 stories high.
Oh, I can't wait till you throw yourself out. There's going to be a Herman Munster cutout of you holding 2 queens. And by that, I mean Danny and Keith.
Shit, I was just going to bash you with the Queen's comment.
James, let's look on the bright side. We're not staying
You might die.
Isn't he terrific?
We're not staying at the 2 Trees Inn across the street.
Oh, shit, the 2 trees
So
in.
it could always be worse, is what
Watch,
you're
I bet
saying?
it looks the same as the other room.
It's like the Grand Cedar.
It's the Grand,
look
it's
much
the Grand
worse.
Seedy.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Grand Cedar.
Why aren't they taking
Grand
care of Jimmy
Cedar.
Norton?
Well, they give me a...
They're paying him a boatload of money.
No,
Once
they're not.
they see, let me tell you
A
something.
boatload. It's a small boat.
Once they see the people that Jimmy Norton brings in to that place, they're going to treat him with respect.
That's the whole thing. This is the first time
Yeah,
there.
they're feeling you out. They're feeling you out. But you know what? Jimmy Norton doesn't have to audition for these people in order to get a room at the MGM.
Yeah, he didn't have to fill out credit forms either.
Exactly. He didn't have to put up his house in order to get that room.
Now, I wouldn't. The high roller rooms have to go to high roll. That I get because as a casino, you got to take care of the guys who are betting a fucking lot of money.
Exactly,
I would
Norton.
like to have been in the MGM. You know, the nice new hotel.
When you come over, I want to have the butler come in and say, my friend and I would like some coffee and cake. And I'll ring a little bell. Who wants to ring the bell?
You got a butler. That rules.
This is basically.
Of course.
I wouldn't say boatload of money though.
For your
It's
heavy
the same
metal
money I get in
T-shirts
the
or
airport.
what? You gonna have your
I
heavy
got
metal?
them ironed, yes.
You gonna have them ironed?
Iron my heavy metal T-shirts. The butlers do everything, though. They make sure if you want to go to the steakhouse, Mr. Cumia, where would you like dinner tonight? I go to the steakhouse. They go, what time? Not we'll see when there's an opening. What time? 7:30. You got it. How many? How many people? Mr. Norton would like to join me. And, of course, Club Soda Kenny will also be.
We'll have to leave an extra hour for Mr. Norton to arrive from the Grand Cedar Hotel.
He's got to take the shuttle.
Yes, he has to take the jitney.
The jitney with the old fucking slot machine people. Oh, Jimmy.
He's got to take the monorail.
Oh.
Well, it's going to be a great weekend for you guys. So
it
enjoy.
certainly is. I'm looking forward to it.
The club is supposedly very good. Like, Patrice liked the club, and it's a brand new comedy club, so I'm sure that club is phenomenal.
Yeah.
However, so when what time's the limo come and pick you guys up?
Oh, Jimmy's got a driver. What are you kidding me?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I just say, Lurch, what time are we leaving?
There's plenty of leg room in the back of Kenny's car.
No, Shake and Bake Lenny will be in the back seat.
Yeah, Lenny Marcus. Where do they have Lenny staying? In fucking Hartford?
That's a good joke. It's a good local joke right there, people.
Shit. Oh, boy.
That's good.
It's going to be a fun time for all.
No, look, I'm happy. Look, who cares about what kind of room I'm in? The fact that I'm driving 2.5 hours up, coming back to do radio, and then going back up, who cares?
That is true. It's
2.5 hours each way?
Yeah.
So you're going to be...
exhausted.
By the next time we see you, you're going to be on the road for 5 hours?
And then have 2.5 hours back up.
Oh.
They don't have the jet anymore, by the way. That
was
pissed
Mohegan,
me
wasn't
off. Yeah, I think Foxwoods had one too, though. But
then tell them you're not going unless they get you there in a jet.
Well, I'll take
Play
the
some
limo.
ball.
I sleep on the way.
Play some
It's
ball with
nice.
these guys.
I sleep on the way. Maybe watch some movies.
The stories on
drink
Monday
like
should
a
be great.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I want
great.
to.
You don't drink as much anymore, I thought.
No, not during the week, but this is a weekend, my friend, and it's a weekend at a casino. Look out Sunday. My heads are going to be hurting.
How high up are we?
Oh, no.
Well,
Make sure your windows are locked.
I requested a high floor.
Okay.
How high up?
Poor Kenny.
It's just going to be ground level.
Kenny's gonna,
Oh, God.
Kenny's going to hear it all weekend.
No, I don't fault. Kenny does a good job, so I never get mad at Kenny.
Who are you going to get mad at, Jimmy, when you see your room?
It depends on how the room is. I'll call the agent and ask him, what did you ask for? What was their response?
It's sweet. It sounds like it'll be all right.
I know.
But
you like
should
to be in the newer hotel, though. It's like
you do like to be in the new one. It smells like fresh paint.
Tell them to move them to the MGM.
You like to be. I don't need the fucking high roller suite. I'm not unreasonable, but you like to be in the new hotel. It's
I'm a reasonable man.
Get him the new hotel.
Yeah, he should be in the MGM.
Bogota puts me in the
water club.
The fucking suite.
Water club.
The water
High
club.
up in the water club.
That water club is nice. I like that water club.
Beautiful. We have those fucking little rascal races in there. It's so much fun. We get the little
casinos.
No, in the room.
I know. I was setting you up.
Oh,
nice.
thank you.
I was setting you up nice
in the room.
Because people out there were thinking, in the casino, but no, that's how big your fucking room is.
You get the little rascal, and then you go into one bedroom. You fucking turn in the bathroom. You come zooming out, and you hit the tables and shit. It's a pisser.
You want to hear
fun.
I stayed in Jim's room, and it's not that bad?
Oh,
do you want
okay.
do you want a not that bad comment?
Yeah, absolutely.
JR in Connecticut there, yes. JR.
What's going on, boys?
Hey,
Hi, JR.
Yeah, Jimmy, like 2 or 3 years ago, I was up there with some friends, and one of them got too drunk, and I was gambling enough that they gave me the room. It was nice. Imagine, like, 2 Motel 6 rooms back-to-back with a door in between them.
That sounds great. But the beautiful thing is, by tomorrow, you guys will have a full report on my room.
That's true,
'Cause
yes.
it's rare that I'll go away to do a Thursday and come back
and do the show.
But I've been away for Leno. I missed a few days, so I don't want to miss too much
That's
this week.
Dedication.
Sure is.
That is commendable, Mr. Norton.
We'll see what the room looks like. Maybe it will be very acceptable. 'Cause as soon as I get up there today, I have to go to bed. So we will have the room early, I hope.
That's the plan, yes.
Well, is it a guarantee?
Guaranteed early check-in?
These two are a sitcom. They really are.
Do we have it? Is it a guarantee?
We're getting a VIP welcoming committee.
Oh, those are nice.
What's that mean?
A nice fruit bowl
Why
in
is
the
your face
room?
turning red? Why is his face turning red?
I just wish somebody else was listening to the radio at this moment.
Why?
Oh, interesting.
No, because I have these conversations with certain people. And,
I gotcha.
I'm in a certain spot on the totem pole, and, and I do what I'm told.
Nice Foxwoods totem pole. I like how you did that.
But do I have a guaranteed check-in? That's all I care about.
Allegedly.
Imagine if Jimmy doesn't even have a room. It's like, you're going to have to stay at
It's 4 o'clock. We're going to get up there.
I can't wait for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, here's what you're going to hear. None of the rooms are cleaned yet. You're going to have to... 4 o'clock is when we have check-in. And Jimmy will just fucking...
If we hear that...
Oh, no!
I will throw the money out and get in the car and come home.
Holy shit!
If I hear that I can't check in, I will turn around and come home. And blow the money.
Kenny?
Wow!
Kenny, it's now to you.
The comedy club owner is supposed to meet us at the front door.
Oh, so you could sleep at the comedy club on one of the couches or something. If you need a snooze.
Yeah, to take you to the green room to take a nap.
Yeah, the green room's probably nice. A couch in there.
A bed bug couch.
No, there's no bed bugs. Look at you with your bed bug rumors spreading.
He's supposed to meet us with our key packs.
Okay, I'm sure we'll be
fine.
Yeah,
you'll be
all right.
fine.
You'll be fine.
All
They're
right.
not going to treat you like shit. You're Jimmy Norton, for fuck's sake.
I still wanted the MGM. Though.
Go in
Did
there.
we try to get
Let's
that?
get the MGM for Jimmy.
We should.
Let's do that.
Just tell me, did we try to get that?
I'll get back to you.
Oh, boy.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. Very good.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait to hear tomorrow's show. Oh,
You'll
wait,
get
I'll be
the
part of tomorrow's show. I can't wait for Jimmy to be back here tomorrow.
We should demand Jimmy gets a room in the MGM.
Well, at this point, the hotel's sold out, so I don't know. And
Sold out.
Were they sold out when we asked?
That's the question.
If they were sold out, I can't expect them to boot somebody.
Yeah,
Yes,
listen,
you can.
Big A can't even get a room Saturday night.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Not Big A.
Holy It.
All right.
It's going to be a great fucking show. A lot of people.
so.
Great night.
They're animals.
Fucking animal listeners. They're going to fucking go bullshit for you.
I hope so. The club got good reviews from the one comedian I know who worked at the first weekend. This is the second weekend at the club.
Patrice.
The second weekend.
And Patrice said the rooms are okay also.
He doesn't want to hear okay.
Was it true
You're-
that the
you're
people
blowing it,
that
Kenny.
worked there at Foxwoods were looking at Patrice going, Tatanka? Tatanka.
Patrice had to do a private show for the tribal whatever council.
Are you shitting
Yeah.
me? He had to go in front of them and like fucking audition?
That was his Thursday show?
Make sure he wasn't crazy or something, right?
I guess because it was the first grand opening
Oh, they
show
wanted
and-
probably their own...
Yeah. I remember when I was with Andrew back in the day that he stopped doing Indian casinos for that reason.
Oh,
'cause
really?
He didn't want to do the meet and greet with all them Indians.
Why?
What the hell?
They're actually one of the groups of people I like in this country, American Indians.
Mind them?
They're one of the few groups that doesn't irritate me.
Casinos, they're making a living. It's
Yeah.
great.
It's going to be a great weekend, James.
It certainly is.
Yeah, Anthony's just teasing.
I'm
you.
looking forward to it.
I'm not worried about that.
I have multiple bedrooms in there. Anytime you want to come up and grab
crash.
one, who knows? It's just fucking, it's going to be fucking crash pad.
I should just stay with Anthony.
It'd be crazy.
You really just.
Oh, that's so you could hear the drunken babble of me, Keith, and Danny.
And I can try to sneak whoever my guest is in. Just don't talk. Don't let them hear your voice. They'll see the wig. They won't know anything. Okay.
That's Kenny. That's the big reveal.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Kenny's a tranny. All right, we'll break. Get into I don't know, maybe Jocktober, maybe Perez Hilton on Ellen DeGeneres. He's stopping his cum bubble thing.
Yeah,
and other
Good
things
for
to talk
him.
about. But first, this.
The Opie and Anthony Show presents Under the Gun, the verbal annihilation of one Opie and Anthony show member. Today, primetime, Sam Roberts.
I'm Sam Roberts.
Die, Sam, die.
Oh, my head is covered in pubes.
Sam loves black dick.
You should get a job on WPU. I want you to jump off the George Washington Bridge.
Drown Sam in period blood.
You suck and you're retarded.
Set Sam's hair on fire.
You sound like a progeria kid.
I'm Sam Roberts.
Oh, God, what are you in fucking junior high? You stink, Sam.
Who else will feel the wrath? Find out on the next Under the Gun. The Opie and Anthony Show on the virus. Sirius XM.
Nice bottom end on that.
Roger Moore is 83 years old today.
Wow.
Yeah, that just popped up off the page.
What did you what did you think of the Roger Moore years of James Bond?
I couldn't even name one of the movies
Really?
he did.
Octopussy?
That was the one I was going to say. I swear to God.
Yeah.
He did Octopussy?
Octopussy. I don't know. Yeah.
How is Roger Moore 83 years old? That's fucked up.
Roger Moore was the very campy kind of the spy who loved me. He was the very campy James Bond. I wasn't a big fan of the Roger Moore James Bond.
He wasn't bad.
But he was
He was aight.
It was during a time where a lot of people went to see Roger Moore James Bond movies. They all went to see Roger Moore movies. James Bond 007.
When is he coming in, that
I
Ira?
know. We need Ira.
Now we're putting a lot of pressure on the weirdo.
Moonraker.
Moonraker was Roger Moore, sure.
Roger Moore.
He was like a sexy guy in the movie. Now he's 83 years old.
Now he's 83, doddering old fool.
Breaking hips left and right at this point, right?
Yeah.
Brett Favre gets hit in the balls by a football during the Vikings practice.
Hopefully his dick swelled up a little bit. Get it? Because it's small.
Yeah. Video's pretty good. It's on that blog, that sports blog, Puddle of AIDS. Is that his spot? No, what is it? I don't know, whatever. Find it yourself.
Blog.
I tweeted it yesterday, whatever. It's out there. But
That's a good question.
But it happened this past, like a day or so ago. We're all talking about Brett Favre's cock, and next thing you know, in practice, a football hits him in the cock.
Hits him in the cock?
He goes down, and not one player cares at all. Oh, Ted Williams' head, right.
That's the website?
Yeah.
Ted Williams' head and shoulders above all other sports blogs.
Yes, Ted Williams'
That's
head.
funny. Oh, what the hell is that?
Look at that.
Well, what do we
got here?
Hi. Well.
Let me see that.
Yep. Waddy.
There it is.
Is that Brett getting hit in the nuts?
Yeah, and watch. He goes down.
He does go down.
Practice 2 days ago.
Doesn't the guy wear a cup?
Or a day ago, whatever.
Little thimble.
And
what happened to him? Let's see.
No one cares.
All right,
he's on the
standing
sideline.
there.
I should have yelled too.
Florentine twittered that somebody hit Brett Favre in the nuts. They must have had good aim. Because he has a little dick.
A little tiny wee.
He's just trying to show the world that his cock's big enough to get hit by a football, I guess. But yeah, there goes Brett Favre. So that's for your viewing pleasure. TedWilliams.com. What is it? Ted Williams
Head.
TedWilliamsHead.com. It's a pretty good sports blog site.
It's a good name for a website, man.
Anthony, you want to do a little Jocktober?
You know something? You never have to ask me that because I always want to do Jocktober.
Really?
Oh!
And Vic Henley's coming in at 9 o'clock. We should promote that.
Yeah.
I don't know Vic Henley.
Vic is a funny guy, man. He been around for a long time. He's from, I think, Arkansas. But he's a funny fucking dude. I'm really happy he's booked.
Nice.
Yes, he'll be in a little later.
I forgot he was coming in.
Very
I love
soon.
Vic.
Yeah,
in the program.
In about a half hour. And I think Dr. Steve is wandering the hallways.
Are you kidding? He's
just
finally here?
He's here for his New York visit, and he'll be on the show tomorrow doing What the Hell Is That? And maybe we'll have him in today, of course.
I just saw that
hi.
shitbag. I do some promo here.
Wow.
Yeah.
But first, let's do some Jocktober.
It's Jocktober.
This is awesome.
A celebration of craptastic radio from around this great nation of ours.
Great. Thank you.
So turn up this turn-tacular radio.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
It's Jocktober.
Sambo, where are we going today?
Yes, well, today we're going a little closer to here in New York, but not quite New York.
All right.
To Providence, Rhode Island.
Providence, Rhode Island.
Providence, Rhode Island.
I tried to do a little radio in Providence, Rhode Island. They didn't want anything to do with me.
Really?
Well, when I was an up-and-comer, I sent my tapes to Providence, Rhode Island.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I believe I sent a little demo tape to this fine radio station we're about to talk about.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
many years
Let's see what they were looking for.
Obviously, this station knows what they're doing.
All right.
And filled their slots well with Paul and Al on the home of rock and roll.
Is this
94 HJY.
Is this our first home of rock and roll featured on Jocktober?
I think there was one in the very beginning.
Okay.
Look at his pants.
Dr. Steve wears old school jeans.
Pants.
It's fucking horrible. That fucking rotten shirt. I don't like Dr. Steve's gait. I don't like his gait. I don't like Dr. Steve's. I'm just here to conduct a little business. I gotta do promo.
He walks like a doctor should walk, right?
He does. He's walking down the hallway to a waiting room.
And he found jeans that look like slacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They have that same look of slacks.
Yeah, I gotta go down and do a little bit of promo for my show.
That is so dead on, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We're, what the hell is that? People are gonna come in, see. Some kind of built fluid.
Paul and Al from WH
and Al.
Okay, Al.
Y in Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
They don't have a hole.
No hole.
No
All right,
hole.
so that's
All right,
good.
so that's a plus. That means they're probably a little better than the current fare we're used to for Jocktober.
These guys are old timers. They've been around a while. They're like two guys.
Two guys
doing a little morning radio, but they're now a bit up there in age.
Yeah, I think
Format?
It's the home of rock and roll.
Oh, excuse me.
That's right.
All right.
And I think this is either their 20th or 25th year.
Holy shit.
On the radio.
Wow.
On your radio dial.
Radio dial.
All right, they start off with the top 5 reasons Princess Leia. Very topical.
Yeah, I mean,
did
we
coke.
Oh God.
We
Very
heard
topical.
the news story.
So they're doing a top something list?
Top 5.
How many? Top 5? Because everyone knows top 10 is too... Here's my idea. Everyone knows top 10's too long for radio.
Scorch. They gotta get right to it.
Scorch loves top 10.
I do my top... Does he do top 10?
Top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah.
And I hear you said before, Scorch, by the way, has some new TV shows we can look forward to.
Well, let's just say Jocktober is not just about celebrating radio shows. It's celebrating the jocks and the things they do.
Oh,
so
God.
You're changing our bit.
Well, let's just say if
For that, fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's just say if Struff sent me 10 new episodes of PFG TV.
PFG, pretty fucking good TV.
Pretty fucking good.
Right.
Starring our old pal Scorch.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right, top 5 reasons Princess Leia did coke.
Well, here it is, the top 5 Princess Leia excuses for doing blow. Number 5, well, because Yoda smoked all the meth. Number 4, because if she had smoked pot, she'd end up eating those honey buns that were on the side of her head. Do that?
Is it 1977?
Number 3, it was fun to cut it with a lightsaber. I could picture that. Number 2, she was living an unsavory lifestyle back then anyway. In fact, her nickname was Jabba the Slut. Oh, yeah. That's her. That was him asking for a happy ending. Oh, wow. And but the top Princess Leia excuse for doing blow, well, come on, who cares? It happened a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Be more funny.
They didn't give the number 1 reason. That was pretty good stuff.
Was it that it happened in a galaxy long?
Yes, because the movie
that was
starts
the number
with
1?
A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So
big.
But
that was.
It would still
1.
matter, even though if it happened a long time ago.
I noticed one thing.
What?
I'm getting angry a lot faster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Jack. I told you.
It took like a while for me to get kind of mad.
Yeah.
Now one bit from these fucking jocks and I'm angry.
You didn't like that bit?
No, Jimmy.
It's also funny because the Jocktober segments themselves get shorter and shorter because you guys refuse to talk about it and just pump through the tracks. Whereas in the beginning, these things go like an hour and a half. Now I'm lucky if it's 20 minutes.
Yeah, because they stink.
I'm trying to do more radio for the people. Sam.
Wow.
I know. You try to fit as much as you can
We're trying to squeeze as much
Yes,
as
we do.
we can in.
It's amazing what you do.
It's the Clintons' anniversary as we continue with Jocktober with Paul and Al and
Bill and
Providence. Bill and Hillary's anniversary, and they have an exclusive interview with the president, Anthony.
Well, exclusive interview with...
I will say this. Somehow they got Kevin the stunt boy to do the interview. Kevin the stunt boy.
The stunt boy.
President Clinton, they had the Hillary and Bill's anniversary earlier this week.
It's 94 HJY's Kevin. We're talking to former President Bill Clinton on the line. How you doing?
Glad to see you.
Well, I just wanted to wish you a happy anniversary, sir.
What?
Today is your anniversary with Hillary.
That's impossible.
No, I'm serious. Can you describe the...
Holy shit, it doesn't even fucking... What are they going for
sense.
here?
Well,
I know they're using old fucking clips, but they don't...
Goodman.
It's Dickie Goodman, but there's no continuity.
Mr. President, what would you do if Hillary came home? All right, Dickie Goodman, asshole.
Why would he answer... Why would he go, what?
You see, he's such a womanizer that he was unaware that it was his anniversary.
Why would he say good to see you on the phone?
Yeah.
Instead of how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I just wanted to wish you a happy anniversary, sir.
What?
Today is your anniversary with Hillary.
That's impossible.
No, I'm serious. Can you describe the state of your marriage these days?
Remember that ice storm we had?
Right, so not good, huh?
No.
Holy shit, I'm just as mad as you now.
What's wrong?
Because it's infuriating. They're fucking lazy. Like, if you're going to do this type of bit, then you fucking either adjust your questions so they make sense to the clips you picked out.
It's a Clinton's anniversary. Like, I'm assuming that the reason you guys are talking about Perez Hilton later is that you'll have some kind of crazy Perez Hilton bit after the...
No!
Right? No?
Is this supposed to be bad on purpose? Like, where is it supposed to not make sense on purpose? Then I would get it.
No, it's supposed to be funny. It's a funny interview.
It is kind of funny.
Marriage these days?
Remember that ice storm we had?
Right, so not good, huh?
No.
What's the number one problem with your marriage, would you say?
I love women.
Right, and we've heard a rumor that you pay these women on the side?
Yes.
And how much do you pay them?
$2.40 a pound.
Well, that's kind of a lot.
Yes.
Do you still get with fat chicks like Monica Lewinsky, or?
No.
Any reason for that, or?
Fat people smell sick.
I agree,
Yes.
No more Jocktober.
You don't want to do it ever again?
Ever again.
You don't even want to finish this CD? Or?
No!
Oh, man. It's Paul and Al.
That was the end of the bit. That's how it just ended.
We should have Jocktober Day.
Where it's just
one day where we kind of
Jocktober
together.
segment.
Yeah. Jocktoberfest. It's not a month.
Jocktober hour.
It's just an event. It's just one day.
Yeah. We could dedicate 1 hour to the entire month
And
of
these guys have been
October.
around a while. They have no excuses.
They're the reason that you didn't get a job. They had Paul and Al.
Probably. This was probably before them.
Who needs Opie? You got Paul and Al.
And that was just their fucking B team. That was the stunt boy guy.
That's Kevin the stunt boy.
All right, Ant. Well, good news. Another bit, this time about Tom Brady and Randy Moss.
I mean, you've heard about
boy.
their
All right.
rivalry.
Those
Now
two
that's
weren't getting
topical.
along at the end of their time together.
Topical.
Paul and Al on the home of rock and roll, 94 HJY in Providence.
What if I told you that the greatest quarterback-wide receiver tandem in NFL history parted ways over an argument about personal grooming habits? What if I told you that Tom Brady and Randy Moss fought like a couple of catty women about scruffy beards and Justin Bieber hairstyles? ESPN Films presents Your Haircut Makes You Look Like a Little Girl. Oh yeah, Randy? Well, your beard is gay. Followed by part 2 of the series, Oh yeah? Well, my dad could beat up your dad. Nuh-uh, yaha, nuh-uh, la 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 la, I can't hear you. The story of turmoil for the 2010 New England Patriots. That's tonight on ESPN Films. Check your local listings.
Paul and Al, weekdays on 94 HJY.
That is a great fucking voice that guy's got. Holy shit.
Oh, that one guy, the announcer.
Yeah, holy shit.
Because the other guy,
That's all I noticed. Everything else was a dull fucking throb in my head.
the other guy sounded like the guy from Lost. That awful voice guy.
Yes, awful voice.
Is that a
guy.
Prep Burger bit?
It sounded like a Prep Burger
be.
bit, yeah.
So they didn't even.
Do we belong to Prep Burger?
No.
We tried, but they were on to us.
They were on to us.
They won't let you?
That would have been great to get fucking some of that shit.
How do they not let you belong to
Slap
it?
it on.
They were on to us. I think you got to pay or something. I don't know.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll talk to management today about joining
Talk to
Prep
management
Burger.
about us getting Prep Burger.
Can we go to the website?
We're an important morning show. We should be
Prep Burger site? I
We
can't get
should
on.
be
Did
doing
they got some
their-
free samples?
Yeah, where are the samples?
We need some free
Prep
samples.
Burger sucks.
Well, we continue with the
Danny wouldn't have
Jocktober with
that.
Paul and Al. A long forced break about the miners leading to anyone?
Erection?
Anyone?
I'm just going to, I'm going out on a limb here. A bit?
Ring the bell.
Song parody?
Thank you. 94 HJY. I'm sure a lot of people following all the miners coming. Kind of amazing how energetic.
I'm following all the miners.
Not the guys with the lamps on the energetic. All these guys.
Hold on. Let this pass. Let these fucking
What?
chills
Michael
pass.
Jackson. It was perfect.
Hold it. I'm hyperventilating.
It was perfect, Anthony. What's wrong
Oh,
with
my
you?
God. Where's Dr. Steve? I need a sedative. Holy shit.
That was perfect. Miners. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we get the minor joke.
Bringing it all together. I liked it.
Holy shit.
I like that part of the bit.
One more fucking minor joke, and someone's fucking dying.
What? That's the only one that made that comparison. Minor.
Yeah. And then to throw a Michael Jackson reference in there. Wow, that's topical. His jaw fucking fell a year ago.
He's only been dead a year. Over a year.
Little over. But it happened.
Takes only a year for the jaw to drop.
I would think so. Michael Jackson, he didn't have much fucking tissue left on that face. Like a mummy.
See, that's a good
That guy
joke
just
right
going,
there.
He looks, oh my God, they should totally dig him up and see if he looks exactly like he did in Thriller. I bet he does. That'd be cool.
You know how mad people would be?
He'd do a little dance, but his arm would
Make a
fall off
little
this time because he's
love.
all
Get
like
down
beef jerky. Ugh.
We got Rhode Island checking in. Brian?
Hey, guys, I fucking hate Paul and Al.
Whoa. Come on now.
Open your mind, man. Open mind. Open-minded here. Let's listen to a little more. What's the matter with you?
They do this bit called Stump the DJ. It's like Stump the Joke Man, and they get fucking pissed when you call up and go, two gay guys walk into a bar and say, hi, my name's Paul. This is my boyfriend, Al.
Oh, good gravy. Good gravy.
Why would they get mad at that? He's gone. All right, back to the minor talk here.
The guys with the lamps on their energetic. All these guys are.
Yeah, we just saw one.
Well, come on, you would be too if you just finally got out. And they look,
I guess.
and they look healthy too. Like, I guess they were shooting, some decent food down to them.
Anything you can fit down that little pipe hole.
Steroids.
Yeah.
They're all pumped up. The problem
house-
is they were so pumped up that they couldn't fit through the hole they made for them.
It was just big enough to get House of Pizza roast beef sandwiches.
Wow,
down. They
now
were
you're
able to
talking.
survive on that.
Now you're
How about the guy who he brought up a pocket full of rocks and was giving out pebbles
souvenirs.
of rocks?
Yeah.
Imagine if those rocks were all it needed for the
collapse?
structure to collapse down there.
Well, you think
He was
about
the
it.
last one to come
Think about
up.
it too. If he was really smart, instead of handing them out, he'd go on eBay.
Whose dentures are loose, by the way?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Someone's dentures are a little loose.
You can hear that?
Oh, yeah.
A little loose.
Saw that.
Just a little loose. Loose.
Needed for the
collapse.
structure to collapse.
For the structure to collapse.
Talking over dentures.
I have been and always will be your friend. Spock's dentures.
They talk over them like they're afraid they're going to...
Because they'll just fly out of their mouth at any given moment.
So it's them talking, but kind of keeping the mouth
Yeah,
on.
you gotta roll your fucking lips over your teeth.
Live long and prosper.
Took you right out of the fucking movie.
Imagine if those rocks were all it needed for the
collapse.
structure to collapse down there.
Well, you think
He was
about
the
it.
last one to come
Think about
up.
it too. If he was really smart, instead of handing them out, he'd go on eBay and he'd sell them for like $150. You know that they actually served up ribs down there. I'm not sure if you knew.
They want their miners back, miners back, miners back, miners back, miners back, miners back, miners back. They want their miners back.
Chili's got him back. It's just amazing stuff.
Let the record show that Sam was not laughing at the actual bit we were playing, but was laughing at what Anthony was doing during the bit.
I can't help
Anthony's
it.
hiding behind his fucking Che Guevara shirt.
Yes. I can't help it. I can't look at anyone when that is happening.
Do you remember the Chili's commercial?
No,
Okay,
no.
the baby back ribs. That's probably why it was lost on you.
Yeah.
But because it's Chili's, and it was in Chile.
Right.
Miner back.
It's like baby back, baby. You know.
What do they say, though?
My miner's back, miner's back.
Oh, Christ. That stunk.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it at all. One day, it's going to make a great break. Oh, Shut up. Oh, my good gracious. So, what else do these guys do?
That's way better than what we're doing.
Oh, believe me.
Just fucking say fuck it.
I can't, right? Can't.
Jocktober, Paul and Al on the home of rock and roll, 94 HJY in Providence. They bring up Brett Favre. That way they can play a
song parody bit.
Yeah.
Prep Burger.
Give yourself another
bit. Well, that's a secret to radio, is that sometimes you don't need to think of funny things to say. You could start a story, and then instead of it going someplace funny,
you just go right into a pre-made bit.
Like Miner's Back. I want my Miner's Back.
Miner's Back. Chili's, and then it stops. Because
like you guys had a whole angle on the Miners yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah, total waste of time.
Yes.
I mean, why did you do that?
Total waste of time.
Do you know how mad the world would have been if they just decided to cement in the hole for cost?
See?
That's what we said.
Exactly. Just trowel it over.
Just fucking, yeah.
Why are you guys coming up with funny stuff? We should just, I'll get radio prep. We'll get a bit.
Wait, we don't have a
That'd
bit?
be good.
We don't have a bit right now.
We're out here with no bits to rely on?
So what are you going to do?
Fuck.
Getting back to you, picking football, I'm going with Brett Favre.
I can't even listen to the.
I know, for sure.
He's also they just had a conversation about football and actual games and stuff, and so he just out of nowhere decides he's going to go with Brett Favre.
I think he has a tough time with F words.
Oh, and then Brett Favre is not.
That's
the player
where the
to
dentures
pick.
get a little loose.
Getting back to you, picking football, I'm going with Brett Favre this week.
You are?
Yeah.
You got Dallas and Minnesota, right? 2 1-3 teams going at it.
I know. It's going to be. Now,
awful.
although you were saying it's kind of on the fast track, the investigation, if he indeed
he
texted
could
his penis.
Could get suspended before very long, yeah.
Yeah, he could get suspended, and it may affect some of that NFL gear he endorses.
Why would they say that?
Well, you stopped it at such a weird time for
Why?
them.
Why did they stop
it
at a
ended
weird
right
time?
there.
Why
No.
would they bring that up?
Because
That's
That
weird.
has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, no one's really been talking about his
Right.
endorsement deals or anything like that. It doesn't.
So I'm stopping the tape to ask you, Sam Roberts,
Yeah,
why
Sam.
would they bring that into the conversation about Brett Favre?
Because if they hadn't seamlessly segged into that NFL gear commercial type talk, there'd be no reason to play the phony, silly parody commercial of the Brett Favre Fathead. Where do you think that's going? Fathead?
Why hasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar aged at all?
He's at Fox right now. All I can do is look at the TV. I love fucking Abdul-Jabbar.
I've been a huge fan of his
Love
since I was a
Kareem.
kid. But
He
the
did run
guy's
on
not.
Fez back in the day.
He did
A long
run
time
on
ago?
Fez?
Yeah, he was in the 57th Street studio.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to. I had something to do, and I wanted to meet
very
him so
tall.
bad.
7 foot one, I think.
But he hasn't.
Very tall.
He hasn't aged. Look
He has
at him.
leukemia too. He said he had leukemia.
Oh, so the leukemia
Yeah.
makes you look healthy.
I thought he changed his name to Leukemia. See, it's just a wacky name.
He doesn't.
Is he in
He
the
doesn't
building
believe
today?
in.
I don't know.
He doesn't believe in Islam anymore. So
No.
now he's leukemia.
Oh my God! Look at him.
He looks
the same,
great.
dude.
I swear when he came. Now I'm not even fucking joking. I looked up at the screen earlier when they had him standing there. You know how they have the guests standing there and say, coming up, Kareem
Yeah.
Abdul-Jabbar, and he was standing there? I thought it was a Madame Tussauds wax museum thing,
Right.
and that they had Kareem, for some reason, as a wax figure.
He has a little bit of gray in his mustache. That's the only indicator that's not 1986.
Yeah, he could put a little medicine in that, and he'd be fine.
You think?
Look at his
medicine.
hands. His cock must be frightening to all creatures.
Oh, he's got a little chicken thing happening with his neck.
He looks
Little bit.
amazing, though.
Little
He
bit.
retired, like, what, 87? His last game was against the Pistons in a 4-game sweep in the championship.
87.
Black does not crack.
When did he retire?
I want to say
87.
88.
And I also need to know
88.
how old he is. Fuck Paul and Al.
I'm going to guess 88.
Wow.
I'm going to guess he's in his early...
88?
I'm going to guess he's 64.
Oh, no, 60. Yeah?
I'm going to guess 64 years old, and 1988 he retired. It's a guess.
He didn't make the 90s playing basketball.
No, he lost. It was a 4-game sweep to the Pistons was his last
Holy
game.
shit, all
He
right.
is 63
Okay.
and retired in 89.
Okay.
Wow.
89. God, I want to fucking meet Abdul-Jabbar.
See, now they're showing a picture of him from 1980. See, that was from Airplane when he was the co-pilot. And,
played for 20 years.
And now look at him.
It's kind of hard to figure out a role for me. I always wanted to be in Star Wars, like, you know.
Oh, that's right. He's a karate guy. Bruce Lee's a black belt.
He was in a Bruce Lee movie.
Fucking Game of Death.
He knows some black belt shit.
Yeah, man. Fuck, highest scorer in NBA history, Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep.
The greatest still. I'm so happy Jordan didn't get that.
Really?
Yeah, I love Kareem. I don't want anybody to break that record. Most gentle skyhook. What a sweetie.
Had that nice soft touch.
Oh, dude.
Then Magic had the baby hook. And also the eights.
Yeah, that's what did him in.
Here's Paul and Al.
Could get suspended, and it may affect some of that NFL gear he endorses.
Fathead Wall Graphics announces the newest addition to our lineup of larger-than-life sports heroes. It's the Brett Favre Fathead. You won't believe how easily the Brett Favre Fathead sticks to the wall. And once Brett Favre is up, he's easy to get off. The Fathead of Viking QB Brett Favre is totally lifelike, right down to his purple helmet. Brett Favre, he's the biggest fathead of them all. Get your hands on one today.
Prep Burger?
Prep Burger.
Yeah, for sure. That one is definitely Prep Burger.
Prep
That's
Burger.
a Prep Burger
But they were
thing?
talking about his penis.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Where?
I just thought they were selling. I thought that was actually a spot.
No.
I thought you were showing us what kind of commercials they play.
Was that double entendre stuff or
Yeah.
subtle stuff?
To get him off and purple helmet and stuff. Because
Oh, that
Brett
was
Favre
penis
penis
stuff.
pictures.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh.
It's the home of rock and roll.
And Anthony, good news. We end today's Jocktober with Paul and Al on the home of rock and roll 94 HJY in Providence with a bonus.
Yeah.
A bonus what?
Song parody. Bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Bit?
No, it's gotta be.
bonus bit, good.
Yeah.
About what?
The minors?
Bonus?
Keep thinking topical, not minors, but what are guys interested in?
Sports.
Yeah, keep
Good,
thinking.
good.
Children.
No, Jimmy.
Now?
A bonus bit about what?
World Series.
No, it doesn't.
It's a bonus bit. That means there's more of what they already gave
It could
us.
be something we've.
I forgot what they talked about already.
But we just
all I know
played
is that
it.
deep voice guy. That was good.
Are you feeling the pressure?
I'm feeling the pressure. There's not supposed to be pressure. There's no quizzes in Jocktober.
It's a second Brett Favre bit.
Brett Favre,
a bonus
guys,
bit.
sports.
I couldn't imagine the first one was so good. They had to do another one. That's why.
I'm uncomfortable when I get my junk caught in the zipper of my Wranglers when my wife catches me emailing photos of my manhood to my mistress.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing. I'm uncomfortable.
Prep Burger, huh?
Oh, for sure.
But isn't the joke that he has a small penis? They wouldn't be getting stuck in no Wrangler jeans.
Well, that's the inherent problem with Prep Burger, that the people who do Prep Burger aren't terribly funny. So then when you mix it with Paul and Al.
I'm uncomfortable when my wife finds out I've been giving it to a Jets employee the past several years.
You son of a bitch! I'll kill you!
I'm uncomfortable when Randy Moss makes fun of the size of my package.
Yo, Brett, I seen them photos online. Brady's bigger than you are.
Shut up, Randy. I'm Brett Favre, and my retirement is not going to be comfortable.
I'm gonna take you for every penny you have! You cheating man whore!
Where's the other half?
No.
Where it gets funny.
Yeah, why do they
Where's
take
the
out the
punchline?
punchline?
That's the conclusion.
Isn't there a
There should be a punchline if you're doing a bit.
It's the end of the commercial.
Let's say hi to Ryan in Providence, Rhode Island. Ryan, you want to defend Paul and Al? Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been listening to these guys for years, all right? And I think it's shitty you guys are just picking and choosing bits. They are fucking hilarious.
Frunkus?
They are.
Frunkus?
No, what? No.
He goes, no, Frunkus. I mean, no, because he knows what Frunkus is. It's what you yell when you know you're lying to us.
What you need to do, you're getting the wrong bit. The wrong bit.
Oh. Yeah,
The right bit is when they call the bar and they say they need to go see little Jimmy Norton this weekend.
There he is.
Well, you know what? I did not see that coming.
I saw that.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, this was all taken from one show. So there's no cherry-picking accusations.
This is all good stuff from one show, right?
Right. This is the best of Wednesday's.
Do they play the
out.
punchlines of the first day on the second day, and that's why we're not getting them?
Yeah, when's
maybe if you give
punchline day?
Give us their show tomorrow, and we'll probably hear all the funny stuff that is supposed to be at the tail end of all this shit.
Now
these bits are self-contained.
Paul in Florida.
Vignettes.
These bits are self-contained.
Paul in Florida, go ahead.
I was wondering if you guys were able to play Ron's phone calls that he has from Brett Favre.
Everyone is talking about Ronnie B doing his Brett Favre. What's that about?
Oh,
and do we have a sample of that?
Ronnie B does Brett Favre impression?
Everyone's talking about how great it is.
Let's steal some Ron and Fez bits.
Why not?
We're checking.
Come on.
Ron did some pretty funny bits.
Try to find an hour Ron and Fez bit for us.
An hour?
An hour? I mean,
an hour.
What? It's topical.
I'd love that.
You know, we still have a lot of stuff to do.
There's a lot of people talking about Ronnie doing Brett Favre, so now we got to find some.
I know. Now we got to find it.
It's probably. I'm sure it's in.
Can we get a sample of it?
I mean, we don't.
All right. Well, when you guys figure it out, let me know. Thank you, Paul. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. We should break so we could get Vic Henley in. Is he here yet?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Good. Quick break. Vic Henley next. Stay there.
The Virus, Sirius XM, the Opie and Anthony Show. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
A lot of Ozzy.
Yeah, I don't know why we got
What
a lot of
was
Ozzy today.
And by a lot, I only identified two.
All right. Got a full
was
house.
There 3?
We got where's Vic Henley? Where's Jim Norton? Where's everybody?
Chatting. They're chatting.
I know Vic Henley.
Right.
How are you, sir?
How
Welcome
you
to the
doing,
Opie and
man?
Anthony Show.
First time here. Thank you very much.
I know.
No
First
problem,
time.
brother.
Absolutely ever.
And that's Dr. Steve in the corner. So if you got any weird shit on you, he'll diagnose you right now, sir.
I'm totally healthy, a little tired.
A little tired?
That's about it. Maybe
shit.
sort of over-caffeinated a hair and a little tired at the same time. But other than that, all my kidneys are functioning perfectly.
But you don't have any weird bumps or nothing?
Nothing, no moles. I just had a man look at me naked, not 2 or 3 months ago for the whole
That's
skin,
always fun,
for the
isn't
skin
it?
thing.
Was it
you
a
know.
doctor?
Yeah, yes, no, it was just a man.
Okay.
It was just a man on 43rd Street near a newsstand over there. He had a
I know
raincoat.
him.
He looked official.
Yeah, you don't got to tell me.
So,
My skin doctor's really hot. And
Mine's not.
And
Mine-
she lifted my ball bag and everything.
Yeah, he did mine,
I'm
too.
like, you really have to look under the ball bag for skin cancer?
were you
Well,
complaining?
all right.
You know.
No, I'm not complaining, but
Mine's a weird
it's
guy
just
that looks
it's
like
just
he's had too
weird
much work
for
done.
it's
Really?
Yeah.
Probably has.
So,
Yeah.
and then when I was on my belly, she was like, "Yeah, that's good enough."
Did she get in there?
No, she's like,
She get in the
good
crack?
enough.
See if
That's what
there's
I'm getting
anything in
at.
the
But she had
crack?
no problem lifting up the ball bag, but she didn't
She
pull
didn't
the
spread
cheeks
'em?
apart. Make sure there's no skin cancer
Right.
hiding
There's
in
no-
there.
right.
Maybe she got a waft.
well, you got to look for the mole.
Thanks,
The mole
Jesus.
on the taint. That's what you always have to be aware
Wow.
of. The mole. Well, I just wanted to say mole on the taint.
And you don't
really.
want that. I would
No,
think
never.
you wouldn't want that. Dr. Steve, you wouldn't want that, right? A mole on your taint? That might be
He can't hear
some type
nothing.
of...
He's deaf and blind. You all right, Steve?
He's deaf and blind. He doesn't have a mic. I'm asking him questions, and he doesn't have a mic.
You can hear
I'm
us,
the
though,
ass.
right? Okay, you can hear us.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
got headphones.
All right. At one point,
Yeah.
I didn't think he was listening.
Are there areas on the body, Dr. Steve, that are a little more common for dangerous moles? Like I would think the taint. You don't hear a lot of
You're not tanning your taint.
Taintectomy. Right. Taint is probably not in the sun a lot.
Yeah, sun-exposed areas tend to be more at risk.
Shoulders,
face.
Yeah.
But melanoma can show up anywhere, and so that's why they have to look everywhere.
What do you
And
mean?
those are the
Hey,
ones-
happy Thursday, everyone.
Yeah, what
Happy
do you mean
Thursday.
anywhere?
Well, that's why they have to look under your ball bag.
Can
and
you
it's
get skin
tainted.
cancer on your ball bag?
Absolutely.
Anywhere there's skin, I
Why?
would gather.
That skin's pretty tough. It seems like it could handle some skin cancer.
God, stop that. What do you
It's a little leathery down there. Sort of would punch it off.
Exactly.
Yeah. You ain't coming over here.
No, get out
I'll
of here.
flick you up to some soft belly skin. Get out of here.
You'd sacrifice 20 layers of fucking scrotum skin before it really starts getting to you.
I don't
So
want to
Vic
think
Henley,
about that.
Vic Henley's going to be at Bridge Street Live, Collinsville, Connecticut, this Friday.
That's
right?
outside of Hartford. Yes, I'm there with.
What is Lewis Black's comedy cruise?
Lewis Black decided.
Isn't that that gay thing?
Yes, it is. Rosie O'Donnell's going to be there, and Hayes.
Right, Rosie. I get Rosie and Lewis confused all the time.
Lewis Black is doing gay cruises now.
He decided. I don't know. I was hammered with him on St. Patty's Day. He told me about this thing and said, "Hey, do you want to go?" He's got John Panette, Susie Essman, Kathleen Madigan, a whole bunch of people more famous than me. But they're on there, and I think they needed someone to carry the bags. So
you have the beautiful part is you could walk into a Vic Henley discussion at any moment and hear it hammered. That's the beautiful part.
That's true. There usually is alcohol involved.
You like your drink, sir?
Sure, tequila.
Tequila's your drink of choice.
Right. So
Jesus
I sort of nurse
Christ.
a beer and sip tequila.
Yeah, there's no way.
God bless you.
I don't know anybody that drank tequila past like 30.
Right. I'm 67.
Unless I was going to say, unless you're 25.
No.
It's a hard 20.
I'm sticking with it. I rode hard and put up wet.
Tequila was always the drink that made me end up waking up on the bathroom floor. Like, I'd go home, and this is, my friends were hanging out in the woods because you couldn't drink in bars. And one guy had his Jack Daniels, the other guy had the fucking Jose Cuervo. And you drink tequila, go home, vomit, and wake up with, like, that, where am I?
Sweaters on your teeth.
Yeah, you got the tile mark of the bathroom floor. Grout is in your cheek.
Nothing better than that cool porcelain, though, when you're really feeling sweaty and clammy and you get the right combo. It's like better than the cold pillow when
It really is. I have to lay there sometimes with a wet rag on my head and just fucking fan myself. Hangovers suck. Dr. Steve, is there any way, and I know there's a lot of these cure-alls for hangovers, is there anything that really works, and not to maybe completely eliminate it, but at least make it a little better?
Well, the key is prevention.
Yeah, but that's out of the question. Out of the question.
Best cure for hangovers, Alcoholics Anonymous.
A wake-up call is the best cure.
Prevention.
Of course, prevention.
You and your stupid prevention.
Now,
Shut up.
I got to tell you, I'm thinking by prevention, you're saying like
staying
fucking
well hydrated.
Till the soil before you plant the booze.
Exactly. Staying well hydrated the night of drinking. You can take a little ibuprofen before you go to bed, and you tend to wake up with less of the inflammatory effects.
Now, there's no
the headache
dangers between the ibuprofen and the alcohol with the liver, like there is Tylenol.
Tylenol, yeah, I'd avoid Tylenol with alcohol.
Yeah, I don't like that Tylenol stuff.
Ibuprofen,
very scary.
It's a little harder on your stomach, but it's easier on your liver.
I always liked Excedrin.
Yes.
For some reason, that aspirin-caffeine combination, would just kick that fucking headache's ass.
Yep.
So does eating help, too?
Eating and drinking?
Yeah,
tends
like
to lead to emesis or vomiting. But
emesis.
Sounds like a black girl's name.
Absolutely. Head cheerleader. Head cheerleader.
Also, portion control will help,
portion
right?
control, yes.
On the dinner or the drinking?
On the drinking. Portion control.
Yeah, is it wrong? I like to drink vodka and goulash. I like to eat goulash.
Bad combo. Hungarian goulash.
Wow.
Hungarian with the smoked paprika.
Gotta look exactly the same in the bowl as it did in your bowl.
It's terrible.
You're right. Exactly. On your plate is what I was going to say.
Are you a puker or no?
No, it's got to take a lot for me to get sick. I do what he does. I'll drink water all night long. I'll be about to fall down weaving drunk, and I'll be still chugging like a 2-liter thing.
You'll still be well hydrated.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
I get upset seeing people drink water when we're out drinking.
Because
I go and I know it's the good thing to do, but I'm like,
you don't alternate?
I'm drinking.
Beer, water,
no,
just keep hydrated?
Beer.
Dr. Steve pointed at me. He knows I know.
Yeah, but it's true.
It
That
helps
would
you
be
out
the
a little
good thing
bit,
to do.
Makes a
but
big
it takes up room that beer could be going into.
And Anthony actually drinks beer through a sponge to get that idiotic water out of it. Just the alcohol.
Siphons it like an alcoholic with shoe polish through a loaf of bread.
Whose truck do you think that is with the water is for faggots bumper sticker?
Vic Henley doesn't puke. Anthony pukes from time to time.
From time to time. It's very rare.
And still does the puke
thing. But the thing is, I do not puke at the night of drinking. And Dr. Steve, I like having you here because I could look at you and say, Dr. Steve, I can puke, I will puke usually 12 to 15 hours after I wake up hungover the next morning.
Right.
No, I'll lay there and be like, Oh, wow, I think I skated this one. I think I'm okay.
Right, you're okay. Watch a ball game.
I think I'm good.
Everything's fine. Have some lunch.
And then just fall off the fucking cliff.
Do you still do you sleep on your belly at least?
I'm all over the place.
Oh,
my room has to be 67 degrees. I put the air conditioner at 67, and then I regulate my body temperature by moving the blanket over and over. It's like a fucking, trap door.
Super darkness, aluminum foil. Elvis aluminum foil on the window.
Darkness,
Right.
Water, bottle of water. I do drink water after I'm done with my drinking. And then a cold rag on the head. But it could go on for hours and hours. I'll just be laying there with a headache, and then it'll hit me. Oh, I gotta puke. And it's like a day after I drank.
Sure.
What the fuck is up with that?
Is that healthy, Dr. Steve?
Is that healthy?
It's when your body distributes the alcohol as much as humanly possible and then gets rid of it.
It's a good thing he's in here. We're learning a lot medically.
We really are.
We're breaking new ground.
Vic Henley,
you should both be dead.
Vic Henley, don't hold back. I mean, if you got your weird questions, he'll answer them. That's his specialty.
I don't have the
weird medicine and horrible wine. That's what this guy does.
I just want to know about that whole thing, though, with
absolutely.
getting sick so much later.
Well, here's what happens when you drink alcohol.
You've got to tell me.
It's broken down in the liver.
Yeah, of course you do. And you get a fat girl and you treat her like a person.
Start listening.
You ate to escape the pain, did you?
Exactly. Stop doing it. I'm listening. Please, open up. I'm here.
Suck this, piggy. Now get out. Hoof it home, fatso.
Hoof it home. I love it.
Steve.
So it's broken down to a substance from ethyl alcohol to something called acetaldehyde. Now, acetaldehyde is very toxic to the system.
Very toxic.
Another enzyme will break it down from there into something that's a little more benign. Now, some people have a delayed conversion from acetaldehyde to this other
That's
substance.
probably me, right?
The people who tend to have the really rip-roaring hangovers, and then you'll get the delayed reaction because that acetaldehyde is hanging around. And it attacks this thing in the brain called the central chemoreceptor zone.
I don't like that attack.
That's good.
And
Jimmy goes, that's
good. Your chemoreceptor zone is getting the shit kicked out of it 24 hours later.
By acetaldehyde.
Right.
Your chemoreceptor zone is getting its ass kicked by acetaldehyde.
An MMA fight going on in my head.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Something
And
bizarre.
that chemoreceptor zone is supposed to detect poison, and it'll make you puke to get rid of the poison.
To get rid of the poison.
So since it's hanging around, it just says, well, fuck, I got to make this guy
Is there any
puke.
way to zap that and get rid of it?
Well,
I won't drink any poison.
Again, portion control
Yeah.
and prevention. But there's some medications that you can take, and there are people who recommend activated charcoal after a binge.
Like eating it?
Why are you encouraging him to make his
Exactly.
hangovers easier?
That's the last thing that's keeping you alive.
Exactly.
Your body is saying,
Dr. Steve's there. Dr. Steve's there like, we can get around that for you.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, Dr. Steve.
Just eat a briquette.
I hope you know how to do impressions, Dr. Steve.
Crumble up some Kingsford. Stir it up till it dissolves and just choke it down like Rocky in the
Put it
morning.
down in some vodka.
Right, absolutely.
You might want to suck on the Yule log like it's a giant cock.
Crack open your Brita filter and just gargle with it. Just gargle with a Brita filter.
Holy mother of God. We don't want you to help him out on this one.
All right.
Yeah, eat charcoal. That's a great suggestion.
It's weird medicine. I mean, I'm learning things here. I'm not going to do it. I think the portion control is best.
Yeah. And the hydration, if you keep yourself well hydrated, it keeps those toxins diluted.
Diluted, right?
Diluted.
By the way, anybody capable of portion control would never ask the question that
Good
he
point,
asked.
Jim.
Right,
Good
right. Certainly.
Portion control. I have 3 kegs in my house now.
Do you really? Seriously?
Yeah. I have,
Vic wants the invite.
I thought I was bad. Really? Tell me where you live. I'm coming by.
this is like,
And he's got a bar in his house.
They're like, it's a full bar.
Budweiser guy comes by and
the guy comes with a hand
He's a
trucks.
regular stop.
Yeah,
So you and George Jones are the only
George
people
Jones.
I know. Old country legend George Jones.
George Jones.
Right. When
I
you have more kegs in your house than George Jones.
One Guinness,
Okay.
and a Bud Light next to each other, and that's in the bar in the house. But during the summer, that walk all the way downstairs to the bar and all the way up to the pool was getting a little rough. So another Bud Light keg went into the cabana. So now you can just go right in there.
Do you have a
and just
cabana
start
boy?
pouring.
Do you have a cabana boy?
Not that I know.
You're sitting
of.
next to him.
I was going to say, what's the use of having a
Slender
cabana if
Sam.
you can't? What's the use of having a cabana if at least once a summer you can't go? Cabana Boy!
Cabana Boy.
And then someone
he just
runs
goes
out.
around while I play 80s music,
Vic
lighting
Henley
firecrackers.
Give Vic Henley the big invite, man. He wants to drink beers with you.
Oh, yeah,
He's a big
sure.
star.
Hey,
Vic Henley's a big
I'm not
star.
going to blurt my address out.
I
on
like
the air.
Guinness. I like Guinness.
You like
I
the Guinness?
Guinness
the
is
Bud
good,
Light,
yeah.
I don't really know about the Bud Light thing.
Bud
but
Light is one of those, you know.
It's one of those beers with no beer in it. I'm not
during
arguing
the
with
summer, if you're outside, I make up in quantity.
Of
though,
course you can. You can
what
drink
the quality
67
the
of them,
beer
right,
lacks.
right.
If it's nice and warm out and you're out by the pool, a few Guinness and it's a little heavy. You start,
Not really, not if it's
taking
cold
on
enough.
a lot of ballast.
I think
in
it's
the
cold
pool.
enough. Well, that's the point, too. My brother does this. He drinks Miller Lite, and he'll drink 483 of them riding around
you
on a
just can sit
pontoon
there
boat.
and just
All summer long
great.
with his
You can
American
just-
flag tennis shoes on. That's what he does, totally.
I guess you're from the north.
That's exactly Connecticut, Lake Country. Lake Country, Connecticut. That's where I'm playing.
I
Exactly.
can tell.
We go out and look at the bald eagles.
I was watching some of your act.
I
as they call
apologize
it,
for
some of your
that. Sorry
act.
about
no,
that.
very funny.
we love
Because to tell you the truth, I heard the name and I'm like, I know the name, got to put it with the face, and then a video came up instead of just
All
a
right.
picture. And that thing with the KKK line.
Oh, that's a good show. Well, I don't mind that. I scared him to death at Comedy Central putting that in my special because I changed it at the 11th hour.
Oh, really?
And you go in a meeting, you're sitting around a big round table, and your last little segment there, they had all these horrible, worst jokes that I was going to do.
Uh-huh.
And so you're sitting there, and I'm, we have one change. I'm like, cross all that out and just put in Klan story. And there's like 11 people sitting around the big long table, and they're like, well, do it for us. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do my act at this table for 11 people. It's sad enough in front of big crowds. I'm not going to. Just trust me. It's not dirty or anything. It's fine. It's Klan story. And I just leave. I leave the meeting. They called me between that afternoon and the next night when we taped it. I got 11 different phone calls up the producer chain.
What is this?
Yes, can you believe it? And I'm
No.
like, it's not a pro-Klan story. Just get that. I know you hear the accent. Don't get scared.
Throwing the N-bomb out.
That's what they really
Kramer.
thought. They really thought. They had it all. And it wasn't until I walked off stage getting a big hand that the main director guy walks over and he goes, oh, Klan story. That was great. That was really funny. Way to go. They was a nervous wreck till the 11th hour. They really thought I was going to say the N-word and like Howard Stern's guy, wake up, white people, like that guy from back in the day. They really thought it.
When did you tape?
Oh, God, 05, I think.
Oh, okay, a few years ago. I thought it was a new one.
No.
Oh, we got to play it now. Maybe we play it when we end the show today.
It's long, yes.
How long is it?
It's like 4 minutes long.
Oh, we like long.
We were hoping you were going to say 35 minutes.
Yeah, actually, 34 minutes, 15 seconds would be
4 minutes. That's not long.
And then we're going to back it up with Mountain Jam by the Allman Brothers.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't play music here. 4 minutes is not long enough for us.
No, that's good. Well, hey, I can
No music for
I'm trying
us.
to think if there's any. The bad part of the Klan story is everyone asks me. There's 4 people in the car. It's about a bunch of buddies of mine. We went to see Kiss in concert, so that's a white trash classic just with those facts right there. And everybody always asks me down through the years, like, what happened to everybody? And I'm like, 2 of them are dead, crackheads. And they're like, oh, we don't want to know that. I'm like, well, then don't ask me the goddamn question. Is that true? It is true.
You lost 2 friends to crack?
Yeah, the main guy in the story turned into a crackhead, and the drug dealer stole his car over drugs. He went and to confront the drug dealer and was killed by the thing. That's what you always want to do. Just go to the hood and get a pistol.
Confront a drug
Yes, because they're going to probably confess. Well, once you confront them, they believe in therapeutic solutions.
They sit down, they write. They hand back and forth the talking stick.
Yes,
it is.
And get it all
like
worked out.
quarters.
Wow.
Oh, do they have something called a talking stick?
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
No.
You didn't know about the talking
I would
stick?
kill my girlfriend with it. I'd fucking break her teeth with it.
It's like a shillelagh.
Buford Pusser had one.
yes, he did, by God. American hero.
A talking stick.
Whenever I hear Buford Pusser, I only think of when I was in high school and Walking Tall came out, and it played for 36 weeks in the theater in the town I lived in. Wow. And we were just madder than shit because we just wanted to see a new movie. As teenagers, we're just in one movie theater in town just every day. We're like, God damn it, not this
again.
shit again. Come on.
God, that brings back memories. I didn't even realize that.
That guy's from
movie theaters-
Tennessee. The mayor of the town I'm from is mayor on his 7th term, and one of the reasons he first won 28 years ago is because he used to know Buford Pusser up in Tennessee.
Oh well,
that's all it took.
Vote him right in.
That's all it took.
I remember the local dumb movie theater, and there were no multiplex or anything like that. It was one movie theater. They would play the same movie for fucking months on end.
What was that
and it was
about?
because once it left the movie theater, you weren't seeing that fucking thing until it
that's
ended
a
up
good
on
point.
TV years
That was
later.
the only place you could see movies. Jesus, how old are we?
So that was it. So I remember for months, it's like, oh, Kelly's Heroes is still there.
Still, right.
Movie theater.
Well, they tried to rotated in and out. We were between Birmingham and Atlanta, so I think we were on the main drag for a week. Drop a new one off. They're ready for Smokey and the Bandit.
It's 1984.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not even Burt Reynolds anymore. Somebody, Mac Davis is in the role as the Bandit.
Oh, did he do one?
No, he did the Sting 2. I think, the Sting
Davis.
2 is Mac Davis. I actually believe the Sting 2 is Mac Davis.
His
The Sting 2.
short career.
Jackie Gleason and Mac Davis maybe Sting 2. I don't know. There are a lot of cobwebs in here, but I'm good at worthless
Smokey
shit
the Bandit
like that.
3 was the worst because that was when Burt Reynolds just said no.
Where Jerry
to-
Reed was the entire was the
Jerry Reed
bandit.
main guy,
dressed up like Burt Reynolds and took the Trans Am and thought
and ruined that franchise.
I was in a big
disgusting.
country show with a bunch of these guys years ago, and Jerry Reed was notoriously dickish and standoffish, and I just wanted to talk to him, but everybody was like, leave him alone. And I saw him by himself, and I just walked over and leaned in. I'm like, ever since the Academy snubbed you for Best Supporting Actor as Cletus Snow the Snowman, I have never watched the Oscars. And he laughed and talked to me for a few minutes and actually wasn't an asshole.
Won him over.
I sat there forever agonizing over how am I going to go with this? I got to come up with something obscure.
But he was a real dick to people?
He was a real dick to people. He was all snotty, and he worked with puppets. His act was horrible.
He had puppets?
He had puppets on stage and sang this song. He used to have a bad variety show back in the 70s when everybody had one, like a summer replacement series.
We were making fun of those. It was like with the announcer that would go, well, it's the Jerry Reed Show!
Right, exactly.
What channel?
Right,
it's like the announcer had to yell.
And he'd come out to, when you're hot, you're hot. And he'd be You know, and I saw that on stage, a traveling version. It had puppets and little kids and mandolins. It was totally weird and bizarre.
Streak?
No, it's Ray Stevens.
Ray Stevens. I always
Ray
got
Stevens.
them.
Is-
He did Ahab the Arab?
That's Ray Stevens, Ahab the Arab.
I used to laugh so hard as a boy to that song.
Ahab the Arab?
No, the streak.
Oh,
You want to hear it or what, Jimmy?
A moment of it, not the whole dumb song.
Guitar Zan was his first one. You know Guitar Zan. Guitar Zan and his Jungle Band. Yeah.
What was another one he did? The Streak. He did Ahab the Arab. He had another one.
And then he had the big hit where
Everything
it was
is beautiful.
Jesus
the soft
loves
one.
the
Yeah, with
little
the gospel
children of the
choir.
world.
Yeah, gospel choir.
Yeah.
Everything is beautiful.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it was like, why is the comedy joke song guy doing this song?
Then he had Misty. I think now we've gone through the whole Ray Stevens catalog, right?
I celebrate his entire catalog.
That was it.
I used to pretend I was him singing the Streak, though. I thought I was very funny.
Were you naked?
No, I didn't know what it meant. Naked as a jaybird.
There he is. Right. Running through the pole beams.
Wait, it's got an intro?
Hello, everyone. This is your action.
Oh, yeah, this is the video of this. Wow. Oh, God. I forgot about
At the
this.
supermarket, there seems to have been some disturbance here.
I didn't know there was a
Pardon me,
video.
sir. Did
Yeah,
you see
totally.
What happened?
Yeah, I did. I was just standing over there by the tomatoes, and here he come, running through the pole beans, through the fruits and veggies, naked as a jaybird. Ethel's over there in the jams, jellies, preserves, and pickles. I hollered over there. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" She dropped a whole jar of kumquats and fell back into the sweet midget cider.
Wait, is this a newer version?
It's a new remake. He's covered himself. He's covered himself. He's covered himself.
Yeah, that sucks.
I want the original.
Show's going to get more crowded. We got Steve-O coming in
Oh, is he
within a
here?
minute or so, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
We kind of overbooked today. We got way too much going on.
Steve-O was last minute, but he's in town, so.
Oh, yeah, fuck, yeah.
The Jackass 3D is out, so they're pimping that all over the planet.
yeah.
Which I saw some of the clips. It looks hilarious.
It does look hilarious.
So-
It's no Streak.
No, it's no Ahab the Arab.
Too drunk to fish, Ray Stevens?
Arab.
I don't know that
That's
one.
great. He'd get away with
I
that.
think that was another one of those.
Oh, that fucking Ethel. I forgot about Ethel.
Ethel, don't look at. Oh God, just
We got
horrible
this?
stuff. Is this the original?
I hope so.
They're just showing somebody playing a 45.
Well, it's YouTube.
Yeah, you
Gotta have
guess
some
you gotta
kind of
have a
visual,
visual.
right,
Could have just fucking. All right, we get it. The record's dropping. Fuck.
45, that was what I had.
You're right. I actually own this.
That's
Hello,
sarcophagus.
everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here.
God.
Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened? Yeah, I did. I was standing over
How many
by
times
the
has he
tomatoes,
done
and
this?
here he
Yes.
comes.
Yeah, I did.
How many times did he have to go, yeah, I did?
Vegetables, naked as a jaybird.
Hey, we got to
Steve-O.
say hi to Steve-O.
Fuck the Ray Stevens.
Oh, but I was
fucking-
having a few laughs.
What's up, Steve-O?
Where are you?
Sit
Take
over
a sit over there, Dr. Steve. You could sit there, Dr. Steve.
I was standing up for Steve.
Look how fucking healthy Steve looks. Holy
it's
shit.
not even the same guy. Shit.
You still sober?
Shit, yeah.
He looks it.
You fucking look it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to talk to you this way.
He's wondering who the fuck we are.
You do know you've done our show many times, right, Steve?
Okay,
all right.
Wow,
Wow, man.
dudes.
Wow,
Steve-O
man.
looks fucking good.
Yeah, look
Thank
at
you,
you.
man.
You look very healthy. The hair. I saw Steve-O the other night. We bumped into each other. We were out, and we talked for a few minutes. I was like, this is not the same fucking guy.
No.
Well, I was on stage at the Gene Simmons roast, and I turned around. He was gone. Like, we had a thing. He had to leave.
A thing.
Steve-O had to leave.
Had a thing. And so what, we don't, have you for that long, obviously, but what?
Yeah, I'm not in a rush. You guys are friends, and fuck everyone else.
Nice. I like the way you think.
Right.
Yeah.
Steve-O used to sleep in our hallways and stuff. We go way back.
True, man.
Well, did you give him a blanket? Were there any cushions? Nothing on the floor?
He showed up early once, and all of a sudden he's like, he's cool. He said he's going to take a nap, and he was just sleeping in the hallway for like an hour.
Yeah.
That
Do you remember this stuff?
I don't remember it, but
That's
I sure don't have trouble believing it. Hey, so I was talking to Jim the other night, and I've been doing stand-up comedy lately, and I'm having a blast.
Awesome.
And I need to find a place here in New York City to get up and do a set tomorrow night. I'm talking about like 15 minutes.
Fuck.
That should be easy.
There has
right?
to be
Should
one
be
of the
a piece
clubs
of
that'll
cake.
put him on, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
That should be easy.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it'll be rad.
Who do we call?
Yeah.
I told Steve-O to check the cellar, to check who's
Why
at
wouldn't-
Caroline's headlining, because it depends on the headliner.
Is
Yeah,
John
totally.
John Witherspoon?
All
I
right.
called up and left a message and said, hey, I got a big-time movie coming out, and I'm funnier than fucking shit.
John Witherspoon's crowd. I don't know if that's your. I don't know if that's your crowd, Steve-O.
Could be
Probably
a problem.
good point, yeah.
Could be a problem.
But also comics. There's comics down in.
Comics would put you up in a set.
Yeah, I think comics might.
What about a place
Comics.
that someone said a place called The Studio?
The comic strip might put
Whatever
him
it
on.
is,
Yeah,
if
the strip
anybody's
might put him
listening
on.
right now, how do we do this?
Comics might be a
get a
good
hold of the
shot.
Opie and Anthony
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Call like Jim's got my number. I'm really serious about this.
Yeah,
Okay.
get a hold of what the fuck?
What about Stand Up New York?
We can find out too. Kenny might have. Because
Kenny
Steve
can-
had all the contacts. We have to have somebody with all the contacts.
I'm talking to Steve's guy. I'll take
Oh,
care
okay.
of it.
All right.
Yeah.
You're going to have a set
Everybody
tonight.
come out, man.
Fucking Lurch will hook you up.
Yeah, come out. We'll have a
Nice.
blast. It's so awesome,
Cool,
man.
man.
Jackass 3D, it's so important to me. It's been so important to me to prove that sobriety hasn't turned me into a boring, lame pussy. And, and so, is it easier to film a Jackass movie sober? Not at all. But, it's maybe a little tougher,
Right.
But it's so important to me, like I said, to prove that I still have it in me. That even though I'm dreading all this stuff more than ever, I'm also more eager than ever to do it.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
must have a lot more. Obviously, courage comes with the booze. So, you would just, or drugs, you'd hop in a fucking porta-john with a bungee cord,
Yeah,
and you wouldn't think twice about it. Now you got to have a certain anxiety level, I would think.
and it just makes for great footage.
Yeah.
It really makes I'm in this new movie. I'm in Jackass 3D more than either of the two before.
Really?
And, yeah.
You look petrified when that fucking.
I was going to say the
portal-
honest is
yeah.
pure
The portal-
honesty. If he's totally
toilet takes off,
terrified,
that's
right?
good. And then the other thing I just recently saw in one of the trailers, you guys play fucking tetherball in your underwear with a hornet's nest or a bee's nest.
Totally.
Yeah.
It looks sick. They're getting stung like crazy.
That beehive tetherball was great.
Beehive tetherball.
It sucks because I got it wrong. When we were filming it, I said Manny the Shark Man was there. He says it takes 100 bee stings to kill a man.
Oh, sure.
And these are
Unless you're
Africanized.
allergic, takes one.
Yeah, these are Africanized killer bees or whatever, and Manny says it takes 100 stings to kill a man, and I was like, dude, so the director says, well, we'll get 99 and then take off.
And they got an intern counting.
Yeah.
There's an intern sitting off camera somewhere going 78, 79, 80.
Yeah, but my reaction, I think they showed in the trailer too. Manny says it's 100 to kill a guy, and I go, but dude, we have 50,000 bees. I was mistaken. We had 350,000 bees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
Obviously, they don't have lawyers, right?
350,000 bees?
We had 350,000.
Where were you?
bees.
How are you playing this? this?
We were in where were we? We were in Orlando.
Dude, it's sick. There's a pole with like a rope and a fucking giant bee's nest on it, and then they're smacking
with their hands.
With their hands, just smacking it and fucking getting stung and smacking it. It's hysterical.
And I remember too, I remember that when they hadn't assigned anybody for that, and they're like, "Hey, so who wants beehive tetherball?" I'm like jumping up and down, like me. You know? It was great, man. Like the first thing you see me do in the movie, I'm standing there getting ready to be hit in the balls with a baseball. Like a baseball, and you know, it just like, you know, really, it's evident that I'm just dreading it because I introduce the bit. I say I'm Steve-O. I mean, all I have to say is I'm Steve-O and this is T-ball, and what comes out of me is I'm Steve. Why do I have to be Steve-O? You know, again, really honest. And,
wearing a cup? Would you have no cup? Nothing.
Free ball, T-ball.
Oh God!
Jesus. Yeah, and man, it was great. There's so much good stuff.
Have you seen it in 3D? You're like,
I have, man. Yeah, you see it in 3D right away because we actually had the integrity to shoot it in 3D.
Right? Integrity?
Yeah, that's exactly what we have, and I would say that Jackass is what 3D's made for, man. You know, and technology finally caught up to us, and we took full advantage of it, man. Like, it's fucking awesome, man. Like, do you know what a phantom camera is? It shoots 1,000 frames per second.
It's like fucking fast.
It's great, man. It's great. Like,
you can get some ultra slow motion.
All this stuff that the naked eye can't see, like Lady Gaga. So if I did you
get a Halloween costume? There's a little black girl dressed like Lady Gaga.
That doesn't make sense.
Shit. I got 8,000 jokes I can't say.
Yeah. Goblins and all right.
But yeah, we had the world's first 3D phantom camera custom built for us, and like just all kinds of stuff that the naked eye just doesn't see, like that you wouldn't even know about. Like we're like scientists, like revealing.
We're like scientists.
That's what it is. It's like science, man. Like you know, well, would this work? You know, and like we fucking find out.
That's what I think about. When I think of Steve-O, I think Thomas Edison. You know, Copernicus.
There's another thing I saw in the trailer. It looked like because the things go by really quick in the trailer. Looked like someone's laying down. Fucking airplane flies over him and drops something.
Oh, they showed that in a trailer? Yeah. Incredible nut shots.
Now, who is that on the ground?
That was Chris Pontius.
Okay, so it's Chris. And I don't understand how anyone gives permission for any of this shit. Because the plane is fucking like 15 feet in the air.
Right.
And dropping something and trying to hit Chris with something dropped out of the plane.
We've been at it for a while. That's actually, I'm surprised that would be in a trailer because that's
real fast.
That's going to be in Jackass 3.5.
Oh wow!
You know, like we have, we shot 2 movies worth of stuff.
Oh nice,
Jesus!
And like, you know, the best stuff goes into the movie in theaters. So just to like to illustrate like how rad this movie is, I got it's like burns up the entire left side of my body, hospitalized with all these burns, like the whole left side of my body. I got my nose like horribly broken by Bam Margera. I got like a copper BB fired sideways through my nipple with a high-power BB gun. My nipple's a mess. And then the BB's still in there. And none of that shit made the movie. It's all in 3.5.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
My nipple's a mess.
It's a fucking mess.
You don't get to say that a lot as a guy.
No.
As a guy, you hardly ever get to say that.
It's an absolute disaster.
That's fucked. Steve, what was like? What was your? I mean, I think we've seen it, but what was your bottom where you said, "I gotta fucking get straight, man"?
You know, I had my intervention. Johnny Knoxville came and with the guys, the crew.
Amazing to watch. By the way,
they stepped in. You know, like.
Did you resent them at the time for doing that?
Maybe a little bit. I was. A little bit. Here, let me just show you my sad broken nose picture.
Oh shit!
You look sad. Yeah, right. You look like Barry McGuigan.
You look really sad.
Oh my God! It's right. It's like Barry McGuigan.
It's like Forrest Griffin.
The most unskilled MMA fighter ever.
Up. Your nose is completely twisted.
Right.
Yeah.
It's way over to the side there.
By the way, I got a text from Keith.
That out.
I got a text from Keith Maresca. Esty said no problem. Get his people her number. That's the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, nice. There you go. Bang. There you go.
Oh, man.
You guys got to come out. It'll be a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Then you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go up to the table and sit with the comics and let them rip your ass apart after. That's if you're doing the cellar. That's what it's all about. So.
Yeah, bring it on,
that's a
man.
fucked up nose.
That's a.
Did you explain how you fucked up your nose?
It was the Bam.
Oh, you said Bam broke it.
Yeah, Bam broke it.
hitting you with something.
He snuck up behind me, fucking sucker punched me with his fucking his trick, you know, like he throws the water in your face with one hand and then punches you in the face with the other hand, you know, like so that the 1,000 frame per second like a slow mo camera can see like all the water like coming off
flying
the face.
Slow motion.
The whole face comes off your skull and shit. So he did that and like, oh man, I was so fucking pissed. I was like, dude, you broke my nose. I fucking like, I have the worst headache I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna fucking mace you. I'm gonna knock you down. I'm gonna fucking electrocute you all over the ground. Then I'm gonna kick you in the kidneys until they do you more fucking harm than good. And you're fucking, you best be afraid, motherfucker. Be afraid. And then like, you know, and Bam's like. Then I was sitting, I'm just stewing in this resentment, and I'm telling the director like what we need to do because we can't send the message to little kids that you can just dish it out for 10 years and never get it back. I'm like, we have to fucking tie him up to a pole and fucking time lapse it and just give him his own medicine for an entire day. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, wait, this resentment's killing me. Like I'm not God, I'm not the director of Jackass. Like it's not my job to deal with Bam's karma. So I just let go, and then 2 days later, Bam gets hit in the head with a baseball bat. You know, like, I'm glad he's okay, but I'd be lying if I said I'm not glad that he got fucking hit in the head with a baseball bat.
Holy shit.
Because he's okay, you know.
But letting go of that ugly allowed you to fully celebrate. Fully celebrate with no guilt or anything.
That's so great. You know, I said a quick prayer, and thank God he was paralyzed.
Holy shit! I've got to see this. And
it's gonna be huge.
I have not been to any movie, and I don't know how long. I can't stand going to the fucking movie theater. This is one movie I'm absolutely going to fucking see.
It's fucking awesome, man. And everyone that sees it is all of them. Everyone's dude, this is your best one yet. It's like,
and the past two have been great. The second one, I thought I was gonna piss myself.
It's great shit.
Fantastic.
You know, the measure of of whether it's good or not, like anything we do, is really if like we're all standing around laughing our asses off. You know, like if we're shocked, if we're laughing, if like. You know,
you guys are doing it.
Then we've got it covered, you know?
Yeah,
like,
if you can't breathe after doing something because you're laughing so hard, you know it's fucking working.
And it takes a little more each time to make us laugh, you know?
Shit.
How much did it, one of the craziest things I ever saw was that fucking crab that grabbed you. What was that giant?
Yeah, it was a coconut crab.
Holy fuck. How would you do
can
that?
cut through coconuts.
And it grabs your ass?
Yeah.
It's totally, the fucking wound.
I don't think that's as bad as an alligator snapping turtle. We had one that was like this fucking big, and we latched that thing on my ass.
Really?
That's like that's in 3.5.
I was going to say, in hillbilly culture I'm from, though, they'll think they won't let go till it thunders. That's what they say. That's how powerful they won't let go till it thunders.
Yeah, that's called bayou butt piercing.
Good God.
God damn. Yeah, because you did a lot of shit with animals in that Wild Boys series that you had.
Yeah, and you know, since I've become I'm really gonna probably bum you guys out here, but like I'm like I'm 100% vegan now. Not that it's a real bummer. It's like a healthy thing to do, you know. But like 100% vegan. I'm all about like my rescue animals. Yeah, I've got like 2 dogs I rescued. Like
Well, you got a lot of making up to do.
I do, man.
You got 300,000 bees you have to adopt.
I'm not so worried about bees. Maybe I'm vegan.
Vegan.
Yeah, like, but yeah, man, I haven't had a drink or a drug stronger than ibuprofen in 31 months and 4 days.
Wow.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in over 2 years.
That's good too.
I even gave up fucking coffee, dude.
Wow.
If I can just stop jacking off to internet porn, you know? Like, I could be a candidate for sainthood.
Baby steps. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, I love talking about like.
Is that a website?
Yes, it is actually. Yes, yes, it is. It's for pedophiles with foot fetishes. It's called Baby Steps.
Fucking Steve-O.
So what was I was getting into a little bit of it before? What was it after the intervention that made you? Because obviously you have to say like,
right? Yeah, you can't make somebody want to get better. These guys showed up in my pad. There was 8 guys. It wasn't the kind of intervention where like the addict has like the choice of yes or no.
Right.
You know, this was
TV.
like, okay, we're taking you. Like we would be happy to kick your ass and tie you up and put you in the trunk, but you're going. You know. And they meant it. I'm not really a fighter, you know. So like, they got me. They took me to the hospital. I was locked up on the 5150 hold, so I had no way. I was so belligerent when I got there, they changed it to a 5250 hold. So they had me for 2 weeks involuntary.
Wow.
And while I was in there, I remember like some people talking about sobriety, and that kind of thought, man, maybe, you know, maybe you can do something, and I don't know. And then all of a sudden, it just like. Kind of came to me. I thought, dude, I'm Steve-O. You know, like if I clean up my act, if I you know turn it around, if I learn how to live clean and sober, like the whole world will have to kiss my butt. You know, like, I'd run out of ways to get recognition. I just this is like truly my motivation. I was like, dude, I'm in a position where I could do a lot of good in the world. You know, like I could really like help a lot of people. You know, like because I'm Steve-O. You know, like so I came up with the idea to do the world a great favor while on suicide watch in a psych ward. and that's what it was. So I told him, I said, I'm ready to go to rehab. Off I went door to door. Checked into rehab, and I was like, my first 3 months of sobriety, I was more arrogant and obnoxious than I had been on drugs.
Wow.
I was just like telling everybody like how great I was because I was leading by example, you know, like posting all my like rehab shit on the internet, you know, like it was just horrible. But I really did take it seriously, and I did take suggestions, and like as part of like what's suggested, like I took an honest look at myself and my actions. And like at that point, I'd been sober for like 3 months, and like really honestly, like the fog cleared enough for me to see like what a douchebag I truly had become.
Wow.
And I got like totally. I felt like my actions were completely unforgivable. That I was just like such like a bad person, and I was just beating myself up and all like self-loathing. And I went and like I was felt suicidal. My friends took me to my second psych ward when I'd been sober for 100 days. So I was in the second psych ward, 100 days sober, and I was writing in my journal. I was writing suicidal thoughts and depression, and can this really be exactly where I'm supposed to be? I'm in a freaking psych ward, you know, like
holy shit.
And then I wrote like in the same little entry in my journal, I wrote, "This is what we call self-pity." Fuck. And I kind of called myself out. Like I got honest with myself, and I feel like at that point when I was like 100, like that was my bottom. That was 100 days into sobriety.
That's odd that like that far into it that you would then pick up because like you said the fog cleared.
Yeah, the fog cleared, and in that second psych ward, I feel like it dawned on me that the rest of the world is just fine, and it was me who needed the favor. You know, and that's where like the cart got behind the horse where it belongs.
You know what's fucked up though? Also, there's so much documentation of you being fucked up.
Right.
Like, is that hard for you to watch?
You know, like
the talk show appearance,
the Adam Carolla.
I mean, the Adam Carolla
that's
appearance.
Fine. That didn't bother me, man.
That's child's play.
We actually loved that one.
Yeah, that was my purpose. Like they asked me to do it. They said, "What stunt you can do?" I said, "What stunt?" I'll tell you what, for your little basic cable, show. How about I get so as wasted as I possibly can? We'll see what kind of a breathalyzer score I blow. You know, and like the breathalyzer was like in the green room, like incessantly beeping because I had broken it with like blowing, you know, like literally just blew it. Like I was.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
They're saying he's got to go. Iraq's driving me nuts with telling he's got to go.
Fuck you, Iraq.
What you got? You got a busy schedule there?
They you know, it's just the weirdest thing the way greedy people are about money. You know,
I know, bastards. But is it just hard to like watch yourself in certain situations?
Like, you were talking, I think, about the documentary about my downward spiral.
It was amazing.
You know, that was difficult and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Great TV, though.
But not as difficult as uncomfortable by any stretch as Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I bet. I believe
Dancing
that. Sure.
with the Stars was the fucking
I bet.
worst.
Yes, I totally. Yeah. I say every
man.
episode. My wife will lure me in, and every time I'll watch for 30 seconds and go, with 88 weeks of training, I could never fucking do that ever. I would fall down.
Man.
Yeah,
it's bad, huh?
It's bad, but you know, it is what it is, man. Like I was such a public mess. I fell apart so publicly. Like, there's really like no way for me to be like sober and then have it be a secret, you know? Like, And I'll say this, nobody can guarantee they're going to stay sober for the rest of their life. My only guarantee is that if I don't stay sober, then I'm absolutely fucking screwed, because I know that I would pick up where I left off.
Oh, man.
And where I left off, I had nothing left to do but die, man. Like, bottom line, man. I was at the end of the line. So I can only, you know, it's you know, like, one day at a time, like they say. And today's a fucking great day. I'm super psyched to be here.
Dude,
our
fucking
movie kicks
great,
ass.
man. Congrats.
Yeah, right on.
And, you know, keep going. And the movie's coming out Friday in theaters.
Right.
Jackass 3D. Unfucking believable. I gotta see this thing. It looks great.
Jackass 3D was my it was my quest to prove that sobriety has not turned me into a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone's gonna call me a pussy.
No, I don't think
and
so.
like, you know, and I was doing stand up comedy like I was fucking around with it like 4 years ago, and I was loaded. Like I remember I'd come out and I'd say, I don't know if it's the amphetamines, the Xanax, the grass, or the booze, but I feel great. You know, like, and I was like telling the truth, like whatever, like was yeah, like it went like pretty well sometimes, like it really went like really well a couple times, and like other times were kind of disastrous. And now like to compare that to like the stand up I'm doing now, it's so much better now. So like again, like it's for me to prove that that sobriety hasn't made me less funny, but you know, I'm just so psyched. Thank you, Jim.
Well,
for
they're working out, getting
it's on. So we're doing it at the Cellar.
Comedy Cellar. It's on
Great place.
McDougal and West 3rd. Esty said just to call her, and Keith Maresca, I think, has her info, and we'll get that to you easy.
Yeah. Keep the cop.
Brilliant. So, okay, wait, I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. I'll get it after. Thank you guys so much,
right,
man.
Steve,
thanks, man.
Great, Steve.
I do like what I remember of you guys, like that entire like 5-hour session with D.
Oh, fuck yeah, with D and the cue ball on your head.
I did the fucking butt chug here.
The butt chug.
I did the butt chug for you guys at the beer bar. Like years before it was like before that was cool.
What was Dee's famous line we play all the time?
About the gut.
I don't fucking a mule. You got a mule?
I don't know whatever happened to her, man.
She was hot.
I worry about her a little bit. But you know, like you got to worry about a girl that answers the phone with a different name each time. You know? Like, oh yeah, this is so and so, and then the next time she answers the phone, she's a different person. Like that's got bad news written all over
bad
it.
shit crazy. That's great.
All right, Steve-O, get out of here.
Thank you guys so much.
They need
Good
you
luck,
bad
man.
out there. Steve-O, fucking Jackass 3D in theaters this Friday.
Who do I ask for over there?
Kenny has the information.
Oh, Kenny's got
Yeah, right outside the door. Steve.
Yeah, they're working out the details.
I'll tell you soon, bro.
Steve,
All
thanks,
right.
man.
Hey, for sure, man. Thank you.
Take it easy.
All right.
Hey, thanks so much.
That's great.
Fucking
Nice.
Steve-O.
He looks good, right?
That looks real good.
Looks good.
I was going to tell him, you know you're in the culture when like my friends' kids do little stunts and they name them.
Oh shit!
You know, you're over at my buddy's house and his 9-year-old and 7-year-old. This is called pumpkin in the head, and then they do their own little mini kid versions that always just ends up with one of them punching the other one in the balls or farting on his head or something. But when he was talking about getting ingrained, I'm like, you know, you're ingrained when you got suburban kids recreating their own thing out there.
If you've never seen
huge.
Demise and Rise of Steve-O, holy shit.
Oh yeah, check that out because it's fucked up, man. I mean, you were watching.
I wanted to ask him
somebody-
about him fighting with his neighbor. That shit was amazing, where he's punching holes in his own wall to get to the neighbor's fucking apartment.
he was beyond out of control. Beyond
Just
out of control.
destroying
He
his
would have died
apartment.
sooner or later, like
That's what he said.
uneventful death. It's better. He's so much better off now, man. It's great to see.
You know what it is, though? It's scary when you hear him say, like, you know, you can't guarantee you're going to be sober. And he knows that if he goes back, he's fucking dead. He knows it.
Anybody that thinks being sober, like, you know, oh, I know someone, I'm too fucked up to get sober. if fucking Steve-O can get sober for 31 months and be really a sober guy, he's not just not drinking, he's a sober dude.
He's taking it very seriously, too.
Anybody can fucking get sober. That's an example of if you want to get sober, you can.
All right, but the whole vegan thing, I mean, just knock that shit off. It's impossible to go to dinner with you fucking people. Oh, where do you want to go? Oh, let's go to the tofu
The man ate light bulbs. Let him make a healthy dietary choice. Do you understand all those years? Fucking ate cannonballs. Let him take care of himself.
Jimmy makes a valid
I
point.
love how Jimmy's talking about sobriety and he's looking just at Anthony, by the way.
I know.
Laser beam.
Pretty much like, hey, Steve-O did it, asshole. Anyone can.
Wake up, stupid.
Believe me, I'm looking at Anthony and my thumb is pointed at Vic.
You got both of them covered.
Oh, my God.
What do you think, Dr. Steve?
Dr. Steve.
Steve-O being inspirational. I mean, who would have thought?
Who would have thought of that?
Was actually, in all seriousness, very inspirational.
It was cool to see because last time we saw him, he was fucked up.
And I don't want to give names, but we've had people come in here telling us they're sober, and you can look, you can see right through them. That guy is fucking sober, man.
Toned and fit.
Yeah, he looks like in shape. He looks like he's healthy.
Way better than the last time we saw him.
Got to hold on, because Kenny's not out there to give the information to Steve-O's people, so I'm going to give it to you real quick, Sam. So maybe you can run it out and give it to him and his publicist.
Also, don't forget, Jimmy Norton's going to be at Foxwoods.
Yes.
Foxwoods Casino. And that's tonight, I take it?
Tonight and tomorrow.
Tomorrow and Saturday.
He'll be drawing my Connecticut crowd away from me over there. I'm outside of Hartford. I'm at Bridge Street Live. No, I'm at Bridge Street Live. It's a music place. It's having comedy now. So it's
Collinsville, Connecticut for Vic Henley.
Yes. I'm going to be joining Jimmy Norton at Foxwoods, too.
So it's just a white trash festival in Connecticut.
It really is going to be just watching me yelling at blackjack dealers. Yelling at them.
What do you think someone like Steve-O does instead of drink now? To keep the itch away.
That's the number.
Yeah, totally, right there. Right.
Exercise.
I wish we were able to ask him that. What do you think, Jimmy? He's got to have the itch, so how is he getting rid of that?
It depends. You have to think it through. You don't really want to replace it with anything. Sometimes sweets help, or a soda. But
trannies.
He said masturbating internet porn.
Yeah.
He totally did.
You replace a little bit, but a lot of times just thinking it through, like where is this going to take me, replaces what. You don't need to replace it necessarily when you think, oh, yeah, the last time I did this, I almost died. So sometimes thinking it through really helps, and you don't need to replace it. 'Cause if you just replace it with some other unhealthy thing, usually you're going to go back to it.
Like, a lot of people quit smoking, and I don't think you could ask them, what did you replace it with? Except for stupid Voss with his gum.
Or you
spit the gum out already.
You eat compulsively. People that oral fixation, that's when they put weight on.
Because they stop smoking.
Yeah, right? I mean, so there's something sometimes.
Outside of every A meeting, there's 1,000 coffee drinkers and smokers.
Coffees
and smoking sitting there. Absolutely.
That seems to be the thing you got to hook onto after you stop. I don't know, though. Boy, God, that'd be a rough one for me.
No, you'd be fine.
Coffee and weed is the poor man's speedball.
It would just be really rough to stop. I enjoy drinking beer.
Well, that's what everyone says.
Just
right.
Of course.
I did too.
I would love to
just
drink
didn't.
beer.
What happened was.
Yeah, I don't call the FBI with knives, though.
You don't need to. You have guns.
Suddenly, I don't want to go up to the house.
Hell, I'll give you a few. Just all go around shooting. It's great. You'll stick your back in Arkansas,
Alabama.
It's all the same to us up here.
You never called the FBI. I never did 150 in a red car backwards down the highways.
Oh wow, really?
All right.
Well,
he does make a point. Again,
things happen. It's a Saturday afternoon. Nothing to do. Hey, Dr. Steve, you want to go to 11 for us today?
To 11?
You want to do some weird medicine shit?
Make them work.
Yeah. Well, you're actually going to stay past 10?
No,
we actually did. We're on overtime right now.
Well, we're going to do Weird Medicine Saturday night.
Yeah, he doesn't want to blow his load.
All right.
What is that about?
Sure he does.
Take a couple
every time he talks sickness, he blows his load. He loves it. I found a boil. Oh.
You think he gets hard instantly?
There's a lump under my arm. Oh, God.
Tell me more.
Let me wipe this off. That's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Let me get my nose in there.
The purulence.
So tomorrow night, what time is the show, Steve?
It's
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm sorry, Saturday.
Saturday, 7 to 9 Eastern.
But
7 to 9
Dr.
Eastern.
Steve's going to be here tomorrow for What the Hell Is That?
Oh, right. We got Steve. Okay.
And
there's a
Vic
pile
Henley,
of
if you're
wood.
around, come back because you didn't get a lot of time today because we had to squeeze Steve-O in there.
Tomorrow? Sure. I could do that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Voss will be
just
here.
come back sometime. You're saying come back sometime. I didn't know if you were extending today's.
I was just being nice. You were
Okay, never
supposed
mind.
to
All right, sorry.
Pick up on that and just go,
Sorry.
yeah, I'll see what.
I'm trying to sell tickets.
No,
buddy.
of course, come back tomorrow.
Yeah, Voss will be here too, right?
Come back tomorrow.
I don't know if you
Keith
need
have
me
his-
and
Yeah,
Voss.
it was fine.
Does Keith have his wife unloading fucking 2-3 cords of wood in my yard?
Attaboy.
Or is what is it? Keith. And that wood better be out of my driveway.
Jesus.
I always look at my cameras. I'm a security freak.
Right. And you're someone who's delivering some firewood to the palatial
apparently
estate.
I got some firewood being delivered right now, and it's in my parking space. I can't park that and drive the Shelby at the same time, so please remove the wood.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus, Sirius XM.